Big Brother 27. You guys, episode 19 aired tonight. The Sunday HOH episode. We got to talk about it. We got to roast it. We got to recap it. So grab a beverage. Hopefully you're wearing something very, very comfy. Smash that like and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel for the Big Brother Breakdown with Jolene. That's me, stand-up comedian and Big Brother superfan, Joleen Lunzer here. Let's start the show the only way we know how. Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Jolene. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Jolene. That's me. Hello, you guys. How are you doing on this Sunday evening or whatever time it is for wherever you are in the world? Good to see you. Don't forget to smash that like if you haven't already. Let's set a like goal for 800. You guys have been killing it with the likes. We've been getting like 700, 800, 1,000, over 1,000 likes. I appreciate it so much. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. We are on our way to 50 freaking K. What? It's happening, you guys. We hit 45 and now we're heading towards 46,000. So share me with your friends, family, enemies, everyone in between. If you want to support the channel further, you can send a super chat while we're live here on YouTube. It's a great way for me to see your comments and support the channel if you choose to. Otherwise, you can consider joining my membership on YouTube. Otherwise, I also have a Patreon, and I will be doing a members only, I think tomorrow. I'll be doing a members only. So make sure you are checking the members only tab here on YouTube and also on the Patreon, where I will be sending the link. All right. Tonight, we are going to be talking about Big Brother season 27, episode 19. That's what it was, right? I got my notes. We had the HOH episode. So I did a spoiler video a couple nights ago. And I talked all about Rachel winning HOH and all the craziness that's been going down in the house since Rachel has won an HOH. And now tonight, we got to see it happen in this episode. So yes, please sound off in the live chat or the comment section if you're on the replay crew, and let me know all your thoughts, hopes, dreams, and opinions when it comes to tonight's episode. Okay, let's get into it. All right, we get back into Big Brother and tonight's episode, and it's coming off of the Zach eviction. Some people are crying. Some people are upset. I couldn't be happier. I don't miss Zach at all. No offense, all offense. Okay? I don't miss that guy. He leaves. He walks out the door. He leaves a crusty bracelet. Morgan grabs it. He leaves a toothbrush. Morgan grabs it. You guys, I wish I was lying. Those are two things that actually have happened, but they haven't shown in the episode. But hopefully they show it maybe Wednesday. Lauren has now taken possession of not only a crusty bracelet he forgot to throw away, but also his toothbrush.
Inappropriate.
It's, oh my God.
You better not.
Okay, that's true. But back into the episode, you guys. Morgan mourns. We're going to call her Mourning Morgan. She's crying. Ava's happy. Ava's like, I had a pretty good HOH, right? I am going to wear a bigger hat next time. I got out a big target. All right, Zach is gone. Blessed be. And Morgan's like, ooh. Keanu said, he's like, listen, you guys want to get me out of this house? I told you guys I would pick you off one by one in week 2. And I will take myself off the block every freaking time. Keanu's feeling himself. He's like, I'm feeling myself. Because I keep winning and taking myself off the block. So if you want to get rid of me, you're going to have to bring it. And then I love how Ava, I got some screenshots to share with you guys. I love how Ava is still kind of pretending that she's like sad. She did say, like, I feel kind of bad. But it's okay, Ava. Again, you don't have to feel bad. That was a great game move. Okay? Vince would have been a fantastic game move. But getting Zach out, awesome. And great for a viewer because I was so bored with him. So that's amazing. All right. Yes. Hit that like. 119 watching. Sort of have to stand. Keanu, Jim says. Was there footage? There was footage of Morgan, not in the episode, but on the feeds and the toothbrush and staring at it longingly and digging it out. Like, why is this? Why would someone throw away his toothbrush? Why would they do that? He can't live without his toothbrush. Just like the little guy in My Girl. When he died, Macaulay Culkin's character, I hate to bring it down, but the little actress, I forget her name. She said, he can't see without his glasses. He needs his glasses as he's in the casket. He needs his glasses. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. That's what Morgan was like with a toothbrush. Zach can't be Zach without his toothbrush. He has huge pearly whites. I will hold on to it for him in my mouth. Yes, he needs his glasses. I forgot of that little, the damn bees, they get you every time, red like me. He needs his glasses and those freaking bees. Oh my gosh. So it was like, I feel kind of bad. Yeah, Anna Chomsky. Veda. Thank you, Robin. That was her name. What a great name for a character, Veda. I totally forgot about that. So they're all like, oh, and Mickey's like, oh, this was the hardest thing I'll ever have to do is vote out Zach. And it's like, oh my God, no, it's not that difficult. You guys really liked him? Really? Oh, what part? Is it just the nipples? The six pack? Because the personality, whack. I don't know. Okay, cool. So they're crybaby, boohoo, ooh, and Keanu's like, I am that girl. Keanu is just going around the house like, oh, you want to get rid of me? Okay, nice try. Because I am not just a big doofus. I can also win some stuff too. But I also, according to Rachel Riley, don't really know how to play this game. But luckily, I'm one of those guys that even if I don't know how to do something, I know how to do it. Okay? He's like, I know what's going on. I'm in control. The patriarchy. Oh, Keanu. Then Morgan and Vince cry. Oh God, I forgot they cried too. I wrote these notes down. I totally forgot. That was awkward. Vince was crying in his egg costume. Oh my God. And he has his mustache extra twirled for her pleasure. And he's just like, I was 2 pieces away from winning. And Morgan's like, it's okay. But he can't see without his glasses. It's okay. That was cringe. Did you guys think that? I was like, this is the weirdest people I feel like that we've had on Big Brother in a long time. I don't know if maybe I've just been watching them too much on the feeds and I'm just at that point where everything they do annoys me. They're very weird, right? And not, like I always say, not in that fun Aquarius weird way. And then he's like, I was 2 pieces away, Morgan. And Morgan says, it's okay. You did your best, girl. You did your best. Oh God. I just kind of want Morgan to go because I don't want to hear about Zach ever again. Okay? He ain't talking about you. Like, he's not. Morgan, I hate this for you. Oh my gosh. Vince is like, I was so close to winning. 2 pieces away. I was a deuce. A number 2 away from winning. The BB butt blaster. It's okay. Oh God. Then Lauren's crying. I forgot. So much crying. I think I just block it out as I'm writing my notes. So then Lauren cries. Oh God. And Morgan cries with Lauren. And it's like, it's kind of like, this is what it reminds me of. The young teenage girl being Lauren and her mom, like the cougar, who's still, like, I got it. I'm with it. And doesn't want to maybe date people her age. And I know Morgan's not that much older than Zach, but it's just, this is what it's giving in this picture. And she's like, oh, the girl. Like, she broke up with her boyfriend, but also the mom feels it too because she was hoping she could date him one day. Or you didn't make cheer squad. It's okay. It's okay. I'll kill somebody. That's what it's giving in this picture. But Lauren cries and Rachel consoles her. So it's just like everybody poops, everybody cries. Rachel's like, come here, baby girl. You come into mommy's arms. I don't want to date him. I don't even like that guy. That guy was stinky. You come here, girl. Lauren explains why in the DR she voted, Zach out. She's like, I didn't think we had like the numbers. And like, I don't know. I'm going to miss him because he was like such a good friend. Like she was friend zoning him left and right. He was just, Zach was such a good friend. Just a friend, like a friendly friend, like one of the gals, we'd tell stories and sometimes he would screw up and talk about people he was dating and use the he pronoun instead of the she and go, I mean she. And I was like, sure, buddy, that's cute. It was just so fun. We had such a good time. It was like a top titty 2x4 to win the game in hockey.
Top titty 2x4 to end the game. That was nice.
It was so good. It was a top titty 2x4. But he wasn't going to stay. And Vince is my final two. And he's my number one in this game. And I had to go with that. And Rachel tells Morgan, it's okay to cry for your friend. It's okay to cry for your friend. And this is just like, oh my God. Was he your friend? Oh, why is he everyone's friend? I like this guy just was so boring. They're like, it's okay. Zach is somewhere with his shirt off right now, living La Vida like that Matt guy from last season. He's fine. He's airing out his armpits outside of this house. And he might actually be with someone that he really loves. So don't worry about Zach. Don't think what you lost. Think about what you had with Zach. This man who was obsessed with Zay. But it's okay to cry for your friends. It's okay to be sad. All right? And when you feel sad, just think about this. And then somehow Rachel got a camera into the Big Brother house. I was like, Rachel, what are you doing? And she pulled up a picture. And I was like, what's going on, Rachel? What's happening? She's like, don't, Lauren, don't you feel bad for 1 second. Okay? Because he's happy on the outside. He's a happy man. He's enjoying his showmance, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Remember when this happened in the hot tub? He couldn't do this once Zay left. And now they can move to Utah and scare the Mormons and join the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Don't worry about it, baby. So that was nice of Rachel to kind of make her feel really good. I forgot that they kissed. And why did they kiss in the hot tub again? I don't remember. But you know who remembers? Twitter remembers. Twitter never forgets. Okay? Because it'll never be X to me. No, it's real. It's real. I'm pretty sure it's real. I remember there was a situation. A situation. It could be from both. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it's legit. Allegedly. Yeah. Go check somewhere else, but I'm going to say allegedly. To the best of my understanding, this is a real thing. Steven, check Twitter. Steven will let me know. Okay? Because Zay likes it. He likes a big beefy. He's like, and I like that. And I like that. We need old brother. We need gay brother. Ugh. That's what I'm waiting for. Welcome to Gay Brother.
Win, baby. I want you to win. You hear me? You hear me? I'm gonna pray for you every night. Okay?
How fun would that be? Previously on Gay Brother.
You're freaking massive, bro. Keanu is obviously big as hell. He's just a really strong, fit guy, and I like that. Dude, I know.
And I like that.
That. But first, hashtag with the 2 T's. Yes. But first. So Rachel did a good job of consoling her. Mickey's crying. Oh, God. Mickey, too. She's like, Mickey's crying. Mickey she's had a time, okay? In the words of Angela Chase, we had a time. And Rayanne Graff, we had a time. It was a time. We had a time. Mickey's having a time. So Mickey's crying. and talking to Ashley. She's pissed that Keanu won Blockbuster. She's like, I'm pissed. That's right, I'm pissed. Here Keanu is. We got to avenge him. Zach can't leave for no reason. I'm pretty sure Zach... what do you mean no reason? There was a reason that Zach left. And you were kind of a part of it. Okay. Moving on. So she's pissed. And Mickey says, oh God, I hope I win this HOH. Because I'm going to get Rachel. And I am going to send her ass home. What? This season with the allies. Immediately, Morgan and Mickey, and we talked about this in my spoiler video, but they decided to turn on Rachel. They're going to target her. Rachel did confront Morgan about the jury comments. Like, don't just be out here dragging me to jury and then use me in jury. Like, either we're playing together or we're not playing together. And ever since they got rid of Jimmy, Mickey's like, something ain't right. Something's not right. Yeah, I wonder what's not right. And Rachel will tell her later in the episode. But so instead of maybe trying to work this out with Rachel, someone that they could definitely 100%, I will tell you 100% they could work with Rachel. If Mickey or Morgan, especially Mickey, would have done anything to make Rachel feel better or secure after getting rid of Jimmy for no reason other than like playing a faith-based game or some shit, or thinking Jimmy talks too much shit or was too messy only for Mickey to come back and say just recently, I thought Jimmy was the messy person. But it turns out the game's even messier without him. Yeah. You know, look in the middle. But Zach left with 10,000 reasons and he could have saved himself. Okay, so he's just dumb. But as far as Mickey and them go, it's like, Mickey, you could have repaired this with Rachel and you could 100% be working with her to get other people out. But you guys drop the ball every chance you get and you keep turning on your allies and it's super weird. And you literally iced her out. Like, I'm so surprised. And I wonder if they'll show it in Wednesday's episode or Thursday's episode, this food thing. And we talked about it on my spoilers breakdown where Mickey especially and Morgan, they're using food and they're like weaponizing it in the house. So when they're mad at someone, they won't cook for them, but they'll cook for everyone else. And they say, I'm going to cook for everyone else and not for them because I'm mad at them. Or they'll put meat in dishes when people are vegetarians. Now, some people can say, well, then people should cook their own food. But when they do it to people like Rachel, and that's who Mickey did it to recently, where she made, and this is well before she went on the block, she made grilled cheese for everyone except for Rachel. And Rachel's like, I know that she's doing this to like ice me out as like a punishment to me because she told me she was doing this to Keanu before. And Rachel is someone in the house who loves cooking for everybody. She'll cook for everybody, clean for everybody. And then Rachel was upset because she knew what Mickey was doing with these grilled cheese she made for everyone and not her. And she also allegedly, according to Rachel, Mickey kicked Rachel out of the kitchen. So Rachel was like, and I can't even cook because Mickey said, oh, you can't make your orange salmon. You need to get out of here. And so Rachel was like, what? What do you mean? I get what? You guys were standing that guy, but I can't cook.
I'm bored with it. Like I'm over it.
This food thing is it's really weird. I don't know if we've ever seen a season where punishment has been by food. I get if you're mad at someone, maybe you don't want to cook for everyone, but maybe just don't cook that day or just cook for yourself. But purposefully, like making food for everyone and then eating it in front and not one person because you're mad at them and then eating it in front of them when that person cooks for everybody. That seems that's a lot. That's like a level of petty. I'm not even. That's a little too much. So when Mickey in this episode was like, Rachel needs to be straight up. She needs to tell me. I'm like, coming from Miss Stops Cooking? Coming from the person that was straight up. Were you straight up with Jimmy Jam? Have you been straight up with Rachel at all? No, it's a lot of like passive aggressive bullshit. Artist Fleetwood, thank you so much for the super chat. Artist says, Morgan, you're delusional. You're looking very desperado. Everyone knows Zach had feelings for Lauren. He's got that love and feeling for Lauren. Thank you, artists. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Food is power. It's just been weird. So Mickey's crying. She's talking to Ashley. She's pissed. And she's like, I'm going to win HOH. And we're going to all go after Rachel. So she's starting to, get the troops together. This is obviously before the HOH competition. Mickey says, Rachel is a cutthroat player. What? Yeah. What? Who isn't? You definitely are, lady. Lady, I don't know what. Yeah. So, huh? Okay. She tells this to Ashley, Will, Morgan. And I don't know if Ava was there at the time, but Ava came in into the room and she wants Keanu out too. But she's bringing up Rachel, and Will had a little DR, and Will's like, oh, what we're not going to do is we're not going to get Mr. Will involved. Okay. We're not going to get Pop involved because Pop likes Rachel. Okay. And Mickey, you're being messy and I love you. That's what Pop says. You're being messy. I love you, Mickey. I want to work with you, but I also want to work with Rachel. And right now, Rachel hasn't done anything bad to me. So you need to get it together. This is a fight you're going to have to fight on your own because I am not going for this petty fighting. You can see Pop sitting there sometimes. And he does the thing where he just agrees with the person he's talking to. He's like, okay. He's kind of like a yes man, like a yes and. He's like, okay. So you can see he's just like, okay, that's interesting. But sometimes he's sitting there and I just see the life drain from Will's face. He's like, hello, darkness, my old friend. I'm to you again. He just wants to talk to his chocolate drop like an adult woman. He's just like, dear chocolate drop, it's me, Will. I miss you, baby. Our 10-year anniversary. We're going to renew our vows. People here are crazy. All right? Women, men. It's crazy. Julie Chen, she's trying to steal me. I'm just trying to make it to the end. But don't worry, we got a trip to London coming, baby. And I'm going to appreciate you more than I ever have. Because I now know, seeing all these psychos, you are so normal. You are so healthy. You are so sweet. Pray for me, chocolate drop. Because this is hard. Poor Will, I just see it. He's just like, oh God, can we just keep it together for a day? Can we just get through a day where one of you isn't talking shit about the other one? Him and Ava are kind of like, what the fuck? What's going on? All right, so Will's like, no, we're not doing this. This is not a mafia, Will says, and I'm not putting a hit on Rachel Riley. And then Ashley, she doesn't agree. She's like, what? Ashley's like, what, Mickey, what are we doing? I don't remember agreeing to letting you take over into your dictatorship and us getting rid of Rachel. Like, we're a little family here. Let's get to the end. Let's take out everybody else before we go after each other. Can we try that? But Mickey she's on one for sure. And then Ava and Rachel talk. And this is where Ava confirms to Rachel that, like, yeah, people are coming for you, Rachel. All right. So you need to be careful. Because Rachel's like, I got to win. And Ava's like, yeah, it's messed up. Because remember, during Ava's HOH, Mickey came up there while Ava was sleeping, woke her up, and was plotting against Rachel already. It's like, we haven't even got through Ava's HOH. She's about to get rid of like a big threat. And Mickey might think, well, it was a melting pot. Girl, the melting pot started like a week ago. They added you to the bottom of a pre-existing 3 that Morgan, Vince, and Zach had. So I don't know how that benefited you to be at the bottom of that alliance. And they only advocated and encouraged you to get rid of one of your own alliance members, being Jimmy. Now, Jimmy wasn't perfect, but damn, he would have been better for her than a lot of these other people she's prioritizing. Riley, Vince, Zach. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Red Like Me, for becoming a member of the Lean Team. Thank you so much. So Rachel's like, shit, I gotta win HOH. Ava's like, God, I just want to go back to sleep. I only got 15 hours of sleep today. This sucks. Then Keanu and Rachel talk. Keanu is, bless this willful ignorance that Keanu has. Keanu, I have listened to him on the feeds all day. Thank God he can play competitions because strategically, socially, his game is trash. It is. He does not know. You guys, today he was off telling people, he's like, Riley, can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? I trust you. Don't say that. I didn't think I was going to be that good at this game, but I'm like really good. And I'm thinking, no, when you leave the room, people laugh at you. Okay. All right, Keanu? No offense, all offense, but like, what are we doing here? He's telling Rachel Riley again, because it's been pulling teeth to get him to listen to her. She wants her like comp beast partner in crime here. And he's just like, let me tell you what we should do. And Rachel's like, no. So Keanu's like, okay, I think we could play the middle, Rachel. Rachel Riley can never play the middle. Rachel Riley isn't a middle player. What doesn't work for her, she's not going to do it. Even if she tries, it's not going to work for her. And it's too late. She's like, oh, we're on the out. Like, we're not middle. We're not like Lauren. Like, maybe we're not malleable. Like, that's not what we're doing. And Keanu's like, well, I think we can. Rachel goes, no, you don't know what you're talking about. She's like, I'm trying to work with him, but it's hard because he doesn't know how to play Big Brother. And then Rachel gave a little like, maybe. Okay, Keanu, maybe you need to do some bench presses on that brain because we are not in the middle. We're on the outs.
Boom. Roasted.
She was like, no, we're not on the middle. Rachel is seriously. I was saying, she's like, I'm surrounded by idiots. This is so crazy. It's too much. Kelly says, I love Keanu so much because he's delusional and genuinely trying to learn. Him and Rachel they do have a funny relationship. And there is chemistry there as like a partnership in the game. But good God, he needs to friggin' listen. Like, sir, be quiet for a second. Okay. Go play dumb with everyone else, but just let Rachel guide the ship a little bit. All right. The punishments are over. Yay. So no longer do they get to sexualize Keanu's butler. I mean, how many times are they going to have him shake? They're like, shake that thing, miss. Can I shake that thing? You want some piggies? Get it off my booty and eat off my booty and do my booty and do and do and eat the booty and what do the kids say? Shake the thing. That was too much. That booty thing was too much. That put me over the edge. You guys, get drunk on Percocet. Is that what they say? Get drunk off Percocet. I think everyone in this house would be better drunk off Percocet or something. Because the gas leak or whatever's happening in this house, not helping these brains. Then it's HOH competition time. And the house guests are dressed up as 80s. It's 80s prom. I kind of like this competition. It's the party slasher. Let me know what you guys thought. A party slasher. So there's like this Barbie house, this doll house of rooms, and they're all dressed in like their 80s dance prom gear. And there's a evil slasher, and you'll be DEAD dead if you don't get the questions right. So they have some time to go inspect this little dollhouse with different rooms and try to notice like what's going on in these rooms, the details, because they're going to be questioned by a creepy caller. You know, like the call is coming from inside the house. It's coming from inside the house. They're going to be questioned about it. And then they have to go hide in the room that they think coincides with the right answer to the question. So like the first question is, I think it was, you'll be safe in any room with at least 3 red flowers. So you have to remember which room: the bathroom, the bedroom, the nursery, the dining room, the kitchen, the garage. Which one had these things? And then if they're correct, they move on to the next round. If they're incorrect, they're schmurdered. All right. So yeah, very Death Barbie vibes. I liked it. I thought it was cool. The 80s has to be the worst time in fashion. It really, like, in a lot of ways, yeah, Jay, yeah. But so they're all dressed up, don't know what to do. And it was just, Morgan actually looked like she could have been the oldest singer on Kids Incorporated. She's like, Kids Incorporated, K-I-D-S, whoa, whoa, looks like we made it. And kind of Catherine looks like Fergie, aka Stephanie, when she was on Kids Incorporated. If you're old enough to know that, we can be friends. Okay. Lots of wonderful, huge stars came from Kids Incorporated. Fergie, Jennifer Love Hewitt, a couple other people I can't remember, where they just irresponsibly let these children dance and sing in some kind of nightclub, but was very well lit and only sold non-alcoholic beverages, I hope. All right. I hope those kids got paid for their work. I don't know. We'll see. So they're dressed up in their 80s prom best. This is probably the least creepy Riley has looked, which makes me believe he is a reincarnation from the 80s. Don't you think he just belongs there? Because it's like, oh, this makes sense. His Dumb and Dumber thing. Like, okay, yeah. This is the least creepy the band's ever looked in his life, allegedly. So they go around and they study the rooms and they sit down and they wait for the phone call. Keanu answers. They did not make, even Mickey's dress, I feel like, wasn't that 80s. Definitely Ashley was giving Ashley Banks from Fresh Prince. For sure. Vince, I did like Vince's little pink leisure suit or whatever those are called there. I liked it. So the first question again, but before we get there, Morgan, she has her little DR and she's like, I want to win. Because I want to take shots at Keanu Kelly and Miss Rachel Riley. And I'm thinking, oh my God, Morgan. Oh, très stupide. Very stupid, Morgan. But she has to get that in. Yeah, I'm going to win. I'm going to take shots. Shot. Riley was giving Beetlejuice. Okay. You'll be safe in any room with at least 3 red flowers. And then by the time they come back for that first one, they wipe out half the competition. Meanwhile, Ava is all alone. She was all by herself. She had nobody. She's like, I really do feel like I was freaking stood up for the prom. And it gave, remember Felicia? Wasn't it Mama Fee who had to sit and watch? And she had like her snacks when they had the pressure cooker. But Mama Fee got some time alone. But then remember when people started coming in, she was like, I wanted more time alone as she's eating her popcorn. And people were like, hey, what's up, Mama Fee? And she's like, get out of here.
Shut up.
Right. She was like, leave.
Oh, half of you got to go. You got to go by noon today.
We got the dog. Oh, y'all just set it up. Y'all set it straight to the office.
Yeah, we heard the dog.
I think Ava was hoping she had a little more time to herself. But that first question definitely wiped out half the people. And then when you're schmurdered, they did the whole like red screen. They did screaming. And I love Halloween. And it's spooky season for me. I don't care. Once mid-August hits, it's pumpkin spice. Okay. You guys are my pumpkin spice babies all year round. But it is fall, y'all, for me. And I'm already thinking Halloween. So I'm cool with this. Keanu doing his best improv faces. Ashley, she's got a good little scream. They kind of, distorted the cameras. So if you're in the wrong room, like Catherine is here, everything turns red. It's like, you're dead. You're dead, red. Vince looked like a legit serial killer here. Like that face. What does that look like? Oh, it looks like the guy. Do you remember the guy on South Park who was like, I don't know if he was like what would he be? I think I have a clip of him. He was like, everyone didn't kiss your ass. And you put some stuff online and people didn't like it. And there were repercussions. Oh, let me feel bad for you. And he had like that mustache and things. And Vince looks exactly like this guy. Oh, here it is. The you're all pricks guy. He looks like this guy. Tell me he doesn't.
What's the matter with you people? You're sad that people are mean? Well, I'm sorry. The world isn't one big liberal arts college campus. We eat too much. We take our spoiled lives for granted. Feel a little bad about it sometimes. No. You want to put all your shit up on the internet and have every single person say, hooray for you. F you. You're all pricks.
I love that. You want to put your shit up on the internet and have everyone say, hooray for you. You're all pricks, which is the truth. I mean, it's people aren't going to like it. I get plenty of comments. People are like, you suck. I'm like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sweetie whipped seedy. I'm sorry. The world isn't one big liberal arts college. Okay. We eat too much. We drink too much. It's okay to feel bad about it sometimes. So great. But that looks like him. Really? Maybe that should. Would you guys wear You're All Pricks merchandise? Yes. Or Mr. Kringle or Mr. Pringles. Oh, I keep thinking of Kringles. Freaking Trader Joe's always selling them damn Kringles. He does look like that. That's what I think of that guy when I think of Vince. I'm like, he's the You're All Pricks guy. But Vince is the guy. The irony is Vince is the guy he's talking about. Because Vince is like a forever victim. It's crazy. So the first batch of people are donezo, the dead. And like, this is after the first round. We went from a full group to 5. The only people left, Rachel, Will, Morgan, Mickey, and Kelly. And then we go into another round. And Mickey, gone. She gets the wrong room. The next question, you'll be safe in any room with exactly 16 candles, like the John Hughes classic, 16 candles. Okay? Yeah, you. Remember when Jake, whatever his name, shows up and Molly Ringwald's like, me? Yeah, you. And it's like red Corvette thingy. Yeah, you. Is it Matt Dillon in that movie or someone who looks like Matt Dillon? Either way, yeah, you. Me? You want to take my virginity? Okay. Then they sit on a table and eat cake. What a good movie. All right. So they're out. Will's like, Will's not going to do too much. Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen. Hello, Jolene. Get with it. Get with it, Jojo. Okay, let me share the pictures I got going up here. Will's like, I try too hard. He's like, can I go home now? I'm so tired of living with these young people. They are killing me. And not softly. All right. So Will's out. Mickey's out. And Kelly. I think Kelly just wanted to get murdered. Like, this is Kelly's kink. This is her thing. She was like, it's nice to, for once, be the one that's schmurdered instead of doing all the schmurdering.
Boom. Roasted.
You know, because we know Kelly is our favorite little South Dakota serial killer, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. So those 3 are out, and it's down to, or no, I think Kelly might have made one more round. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. The next question is, you'll be safe in every room where the clock is set to midnight. And Rachel's like, I'm a mom. And just so you know, I pay attention to everything, especially things that are in the nursery, okay? Because I'm into all things mom. And if you're not into all things mom, well then boo-hoo for you. So then I think Kelly's eliminated. Now it's down to Morgan and Rachel for the last question. And they left us a little bit of a cliffhanger. Look at this picture of Kelly as the blood's coming down. I mean, Big Brother invested in this with the little after effects. But they could invest in some other stuff, okay? Maybe start with the ceilings. All right. Or maybe if you're going to have a show called BB Unlocked, it should maybe be a weekly, maybe twice a week, since you have 3 episodes a week. Not, thanks for watching. We'll be back in 4 weeks to show you stuff nobody gives a shit about. Allegedly, okay? So the last question is, you'll be safe in any room with more red cups than blue cups. And they're like, what? More red cups than blue cups? This is crazy. And Rachel's like, I think I know this one. Morgan's like, I think I know this one because I was paying attention to the red cups and the blue cups, but I'm not for sure. But I need to get this because this has been such a hard week for me. Because it's like the hits keep coming. all of my friends. I've been up against all of my friends. It's not fair. It's almost like this is Big Brother. And then they're like, we'll be right back. And then they showed us like 17 Cialis commercials, which I think is supposed to help make your wiener work. I don't know. So then they come back and they walk in to the house and everyone's waiting like, oh my God, who is it? Who's coming? Who won? Ava's like, well, this won't be that bad for me. You know, especially if it's Rachel who wins. That could be really great. And then they walk in. Look how happy Morgan looks. And Rachel's like, ha ha ha, I'm back, bitches. No, she's like, who wants to see the new HOH? And it reminded me of the Brittany Haynes when she said, who wants to see my HOH room? And she said, nobody. And then she went like that. And it was iconic. And I wish I had that sound effect. I know I have it somewhere, but so Rachel's, it was a combination of ha ha ha, I'm back, bitches, and who wants to see my HOH room? Nobody. So Rachel is our new HOH. Floaters grab a life vest. Morgan was not a floater. But Rachel wins. Mickey talks to Will. Immediately, Mickey's like, we got to talk. Okay, there are these moments of like, you know, Vince is trying a little bit. He's like, see, you still got it, old broad. They treat Rachel like she's just the racehorse that retired. That's like old. They cut off one of its leg due to like gangrene. You know, it's got a bad back. It can barely, you know, urinate without you holding it up or something. They treat her like she is just decrepit. And really, this man is only like 5 years younger than her and unemployed. And she's just 5 years older and employed. So, okay. Yeah, the old horse has still got it. And you're like, okay, yeah. Kenzie says, headed to the glue factory. They really treat Rachel like she is a freaking, like she's a dinosaur. Like she's a relic. Like, oh my God. Was this in like what was this, like 2011, 2012? When you guys would wear double tank tops? Is this when chunky belts were in and big necklaces? Okay, yeah, I remember this. Yeah, I saw this in a history book somewhere. I think I did. And half the people that are judging or making fun of Rachel's age and being like ageist are the people that are like right around the corner to being Rachel's age, which is the craziest part. The youngest people aren't really mentioning it. But it's like the 30-somethings, it's almost like their own fear of being 40 and irrelevant is kicking in. So between Mickey and Vince and people just like, oh my God, she's old. Even Keanu's done it before. And I'm just like, bro, she's like not that much older than you. And the thing with making fun of people when they're older is we're all going to get there. You can't rewind time. So the age thing, it's like, I mean, it's not that funny because you're going to be there. So all those things you think about her, then people will think about you. And arguably you'll think about you. So yay, if you're lucky enough to make it to 40, you'll be 40 or 41, as Mickey said. She's 41 and she's to go home and take care of her kids. I can't believe Mickey said that, you guys. It's so shitty because it's never said to the dudes. And Will was like, whoa, we didn't see this in the episode, but I posted a short about it where Mickey's just going off. She's big mad. She's like, Rachel, she's 41, not 40. Doesn't matter what's, huh? And she's like, she needs to go home and take care of her kids. And you would never hear them say that to a man because, like I said, Will is right there and he goes, I'm 50. She goes, okay, but you look so much better. She looks so old. It's like, you look 26. That's a 26-year-old lie. I'm like, isn't Mickey like 35? Girl. Playing into like those dangerous patriarchal stereotypes that women just diminish and men get better. Girl, you're diminishing too then. Patriarchy. I don't get it. The internalized misogyny might be real on that one. Because it's like, damn. Damn. Right? This is like, oh yeah. And so she can't do this because she has kids. Will's got kids. Riley's got 2 kids he hasn't told anyone about, allegedly. that he don't even pay for, allegedly. Again, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only and parody. We don't know for sure. I haven't talked to these chicks. They just like to talk on the internet. But they probably wouldn't even say that to Riley. And Mickey loves Riley. So I wonder if Mickey's going to have the same smoke for Riley when she finds out that he might be a deadbeat dad.
Well,
allegedly, we don't know. But that's just what the streets are saying. Is she going to think that's bullshit or what?
This is bullshit.
Or is she going to be like, she's probably, I feel like Mickey's going to, she's heading down this path where she'll be like, those bitches probably got pregnant on purpose. You know, they trapped him. Oh, yes. Because he doesn't understand contraception. And that if you don't want babies, you probably shouldn't put your ding-a-ling in a baby door. Oh, yes, I'm sure the old tricking of the man with a couple teeth. I'm sure that's what happened. The big famous bull rider for all the money they won't get. You can't feed your baby with Coors Light cans. You just can't do it, apparently. But we'll see. Small tangent, but necessary. Okay. For me, for my own healing, I needed it. So people congratulating Rachel, some people happier than others. Ava's like, oh, I am so happy. Okay. Cause I know I'm safe. This is a fantastorito. Now, if we could just get some weed in here, this would be a party. Okay. If we can get some mushrooms, a little ganja, you know, maybe drop some acid. Let's do this shit. Okay. LSD. Come on. Microdose, big brother. She would be loving it. Obviously, allegedly. And then Mickey talking to Will, and Will's like, oh, here we go again. Will doesn't even want to make eye contact. He's like, I love you, Mickey. Will has already said, don't tell the Facebook people that he does want a person of color to win this game. He's trying to keep everyone together. Ashley is too. But they got to work with their current alliance members to get farther in the game. And Will's like, Mickey, you're in trouble. Because Mickey, according to Will, cashed the check before she got the job. And isn't that, we all know someone who has done that or has spent the money before they have it, whether metaphorically or for realsies. And so that was a perfect analogy there for him to be like, oh, Mickey cashed that check before she got the job. That's what she did. You're around the house telling everybody how you hate Rachel and you're going to come for her. And now she won HOH. And you don't, it's just sloppy, bad gameplay. Thank you, Laura and Christy Buffenmeyer, for the super chats. They say Mickey and her M&Ms. As Miss Felicia says, it's time for you to go, Brittany Haynes. It's time for you to go. Brittany Haynes had Brendan on her Patreon. Oh, she did? I'm a part of her Patreon. I'll have to watch that today. It was great interview. It reminisced about their chum punishment. Oh, that was disgusting in BB12. The chum. These kids are lucky. They're just getting gooed. The chum baths. Oh, that was really bad. You know what's funny is talking about Miss Felicia. She would always have, you know, the faith of a mustard seed. And then when I was watching the feeds, Morgan and Mickey were talking, and Morgan said to Mickey, we have the faith of an M&M. She was like, oh, there's the faith of a mustard seed. Well, we have the faith of an M&M. Oh, thank you. I think I'll stick with the mustard seed. Okay. But they're like M&M and you know the damn. Okay. Yes. 529 watching, 263 likes. Can we get 500 likes? Can we catch up? Just tap that like real quick, you guys. So appreciated. Free way to support the channel. Really appreciate that. So then we get, all right. Mickey talks with Will. Will says the stuff with Rachel. Like, this is your fight, Mickey. I mean, he says this in the DR, but he's like, this is Mickey's fight with Rachel. Then Vince, Morgan, and Mickey talk in the food storage, and they're worried, and they talk scenarios. What will she do? Who will she put up? what's going on? It can't be the three of us. It probably is the three of us. It shouldn't be the three of us. We're great. Who doesn't love us? There are people that don't love us. That's crazy. We just lost Zach. What are we supposed to do? We just lost our best freaking friend. We lost our favorite pair of nipples. You know, Vince is like, I'm still packed. This is crazy. And then Ashley and Will talk. They're just getting all the talks in. Everybody's having chats. And Ashley, this is before Ashley. Yeah, this is before Ashley talks to Rachel, I believe. So Ashley and Will, I thought they talked, or maybe it was. Oh no, they do talk. And Will says, Mickey cashed the check before she got the job. That's when you mentioned that. And Ashley says, our game is best with, I think she said Rachel in it. She could have said Mickey in it, but I think she meant Rachel right now. But things have kind of evolved since then. Then Ashley does talk to Rachel later, and that's when she's like, oh yeah, you were going home. You needed to win that. I'm glad you won that. Yeah, people were targeting you. And Rachel's like, yeah, I know. And so Ashley was willing to throw Morgan under the bus, but not Mickey, because they're not really working with Mickey. They're working with Morgan. They're working with Mickey, but they're working with Morgan on the peripheral, that being Mickey's person on the side. But they're not working with her the same way they're working with, you know, Rachel, Ava, Mickey. So she's like, it's Morgan. Yeah, Morgan wants you out. And she doesn't say Mickey, which Rachel clocks right away because she knows it's Mickey too. You know, it's been confirmed to her by a few people, and she feels the energy, and she didn't get a grilled cheese sandwich. So she knows. Then we have Vince and Keanu talk. Rachel's in there for like a second. And then she leaves. She's like, bye, guys. She just wanted, Keanu's like, what the hell, Vince? You got to get better at buttering her up. Rachel is all about ego. You got to stroke her ego. You know? You got to butter it up, bro. Stroke the ego. Talk to her. And then Vince has a little DR, and he's like, thank you, Keanu, who's delusional and doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm just fine. And Keanu really wants to help Vince. He thinks he's helping. And Vince is like, no, thank you. I will keep being horribly awkward when I'm around Rachel, not give her props, and instead turn everything into me like, oh, that was a shot. You just take a shot at me? Wow. Way to bring down my self-esteem. I'll do that kind of thing because that seems to work for him so well. Ashley and Rachel, we were talking about this, they talk and they celebrate. Ashley throws Morgan under the bus, but not Mickey. Vince finally talks to Rachel in the bathroom, and this was really fun to watch on the feeds because Vince is just shitting himself every time he has to talk to Rachel. It's like he doesn't know what to do. He wants to target her because he wants to be the best, but he's also like scared of her and intimidated by her. And he's also playing like the fake, like, I have social anxiety. And you're like, oh, okay, cool story, bro. And so he's like, so maybe you could just, if you're going to put me up, just like put me straight up so that I have a chance to get myself off. And Rachel's like, oh, I like how you think you're a big enough threat to backdoor. That's so interesting. And he's like, whoa. I don't know if they showed this in the episode, but on the actual feeds, he was like, wow, just when I get a little bit of confidence, you freaking knock me down. Sir, you're 35. Please. Like, I am going to need you to talk like a man now. Okay. Like a grown up. We're going to you set yourself up for that one. Okay. You're not that. She's like, you're not that important. Okay. I know you think you are, but, and then the whole, like, I was gaining some confidence. You really shot me down. Did she? Is that all it takes? Is a little jabbing, a little roasting, you fall apart? Okay. Rachel's like, oh my God, Vince, he's always crying to me or lying to me. Like, what is up with this dude? And I'm like, girl, I've been wondering the same thing. And Rachel still is just pondering, like, why do these people follow him? Why does he have the chokehold over these people? Keanu, you know, even at one point, Kelly to an extent, Morgan, Mickey, like, what the hell does this guy have on these people? What is going on? He's always lying or crying. So Vince is basically like, well, there's nothing I can do. I'm just going on the block. There's nothing I can do to stop that. No, you couldn't just do anything else other than what you've been doing. No, he's like, I guess I'm just going to go on the block. Rachel talks to Kelly. Okay, so then Rachel pulls Kelly. And Kelly's like, hi, what's going on? I'm instigating. I've been on the block. And she's like, hey, Kelly, what do you think about like really working together? You know, getting the people out, doing the damn thing. Let's work together. We've talked about it before, but let's make it work. And Kelly's like, I think Rachel doesn't have that many people to work with, so she's kind of lonely. So I think I want to work with her. That sounds good. I'm still gonna instigate stuff, but yeah, I want to do that, Rachel. Yeah, let's work together. And then Rachel is like, okay, Kelly, cool. So then Rachel's up in her HOH room. It's like the first we see of Who Wants to See My HOH Room, and she's up there. I don't know if I got a picture of this, but picture it. The year is 1925. No, it's 2025. And Mickey, I think I have Mickey in there. Mickey's on the couch talking to Rachel while Rachel's in the tub. And there's tension. The tension is building with these two. They're not just neither of them are being just straight up. Now tell me, do you really want to love me forever? Oh, or are you just hit and run? So Rachel's in the tub, Mickey on the couch. Mickey says, Rach has been weird since Jimmy left. Yeah. It's going to happen when you go after your own allies and you prioritize the wants and games of people that you're not technically even working with. It's going to happen. It's going to piss off your allies. And Rachel's like, so I was the target last week. Yeah. And Mickey's like, what? What do you mean a target last week? Ava's HOH. Because she knows from Ava that Mickey was throwing Rachel's name around. And she's like, well, whose target am I, Mickey? And Mickey doesn't like this. She's like, oh, no. I don't want to play games. Be straightforward. Because you know Mickey's so straightforward. She is not. Spoiler alert, she is not. She's like, I don't want to play these games. And it is just tension. Rachel asks Mickey, this is where she is a little cutthroat. Rachel asks Mickey, how do you feel you're doing in this game? Yeah. Mickey's like, how do I feel I'm doing this game? Yeah. Do you think you've made good choices in the game so far? Mickey goes, well, I think I made the choices that got me to where I need to be for my ally. I did the best with what God gave me with the seed of an M&M or mustard. Yeah. And Mickey's like, I'm tired of this. I wish Rachel would be direct and not beat around the bush. And that made me laugh because I'm like, Mickey, that's all you do is beat around the bush and talk behind the people's backs. So please, you should just called her out right then and been like, Rachel, let's be real with me. What are you talking about? It clearly seems like there's something you want to say to me. There's some kind of issue, so let's get it up. But Mickey doesn't want to do that right now because she knows she's going to be confronted probably with her own words. Now, luckily, sometimes Mickey seems to forget her own words, much like many Big Brother players because they talk so much. So she might be like, I didn't say that, because she won't remember. But it's just so tense. Yeah, it's like, let's play the grilled cheese game, like Tina Louise is saying. So Rachel's like, let's play the grilled cheese game. Okay, Mickey, let's say I make food for the house. I make food for everyone but you. And then I eat it in front of you. Not only do I do that, but I tell people that I'm going to do that because I'm mad at you and to piss you off. And even if I didn't know this before, I know this because you've told me this because you want to do this to Keanu, and you did do this to Keanu with food. How would you feel? Mickey be like, oh, no, I thought you were bound up. Like you were saying you had problems with your bowels and you needed more fiber. And I was like, cheese isn't going to help. So I thought you were watching your weight. You've been in here like exercising nonstop. You want to fit in a dress. You said Brendan wants to lose a couple lbs. So I didn't want to give you more cheese. I think Mickey did. There was some conversation about this or when it was actually talked about. Crazy. I might be melding two conversations together, but it's quite, yeah. By the milk of the cheeses. Oh, grilled cheeses. Thanks be to grilled cheeses. Then Morgan and Mickey talk. Okay. Do Morgan and Mickey talk? Or no, I think I meant to say Rachel and Mickey have another conversation, but this time it's the next day and it's in the HOH room. Now this episode did not do this justice because this is after Rachel had been, taking some one-on-ones, talking to people, put on her glittery dress, went downstairs, walked in on Mickey plenty of time, talking shit about how she's going on the block and Rachel's a traitor and Rachel's manipulative and Rachel's this, and Rachel's that. And Rachel. Now, did Rachel hear that? I don't know. But she walked in on it enough times where finally she walked in and she was like, Mickey, can I pull you? She had to pull Mickey for a chat.
It's a good time to be medicated.
Like she is the one interested on Love Island. Because apparently Mickey just wasn't going to talk to the HOH, who she formerly had a very good relationship with. She wasn't going to talk to her before nominations, which is crazy business. And then she's going to go, why did she do this? Why is she acting this way? You're completely icing her out. Hello? It just seems a lot of these moves are just, they didn't have to happen. Mickey was doing so well. And then she got that little taste of power taking Riley's HOH. And I was so excited. I was like, yeah, take his HOH, put his ass on the block, put his love interest on the block. Let's do some shit. Break up a showmance. I love when a showmance gets broken up. I'm not like Rachel Riley. I love when a showmance gets broken up. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Like, that's too much power. You got two people. And especially when they've done it, then they're like bonded for a short period of time or long. Depends. Okay. So, it's just like, come on, Mickey. So Rachel pulls her. And they start talking, and this episode did not do it justice. This was such a long conversation. It was like a 2-year conversation. It felt like, you guys, if you were watching it live, like it was never going to end. Rachel is about to make her nominations, and we're pretty sure she's going to put Morgan, Vince, and Mickey on the block at this time. Now, she pulls Mickey, and Mickey starts in. Mickey starts in with her empath crap. Why is it always the people who behave the worst are the empaths? Okay. Every asshole I know is an empath. I don't get it. If you're such an empath, why do you keep being an asshole? Do you know what I mean? If you can feel this and feel that, and you do what is going on? But I'm seriously, I lived in LA long enough where everyone was like, I'm an empath. I'm like, I don't think so, because you don't pick up on people's feelings at all. I think you're just like a feel sorry for yourself path. Is that a thing? Because the empathy is only going to you. I'm not really getting the empathy outside. Anyone who says they're an empath, I'm like, red flag. No. It's like the kookiest, most self-centered people are like, I am very empathic. No, you're not. You're just looking for reasons to be the victim. You're like, I felt that. No. Ugh. Okay. So Mickey then is like, come sit by me, Rachel. Come sit by me. I need to be close to you. I need to talk to you like this. So I can be like, oh God, no, I can connect with you, try to manipulate you here, try to emotionally get you. And Rachel's like, sit by you. And Mickey says, can you be honest with me, Rachel? Rachel's like, okay. Yeah, I guess. She's like, things have changed since Jimmy left. I feel like, come over here, baby. Sit by me, baby. Sit down. Let Mickey touch you. Let Mickey be close to you. I need to feel this energy, this empath energy. I have Aries empath energy. Okay. I'm just going to ram right through you with my Aries empath energy. I'm just going to knock you down. Okay. And Rachel's like, I feel betrayed by you. Mickey's like, oh my God, what? No, not me. What do you mean? Me? Well, yeah, Mickey, you didn't take anything I said to you while you overtook Riley's HOH into consideration. I feel like you weren't looking out for my game. And you took out Jimmy, someone who was really good for my game and I thought was good for your game too. And Mickey's like, oh no, baby, no. See, what happened was I, being an empath, being a very sensitive person, I realized that Jimmy leaving the house didn't hinder anyone's game. Like, these are actual words Mickey said, you guys. And the episode didn't put any of this shit in there, which was so frustrating because the Mickey Rachel conversation took us on a ride. There were moments we were like, oh my God, Mickey is winning Rachel back. This is so scary. She's not going to nominate Mickey. She's up there forever. And we're like, production, call Rachel down. Click to the animals. We got to wrap this shit up. And Mickey kept talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. And we're like, Mickey is going to talk her way off the block. Mickey talks about, I know you feel like you're on an island, but you're not on an island, Rachel. We are here for you. Let my people work with your people and your people work with my people. Okay, no. I thought getting rid of Jimmy was helping everyone. I was taking one for the team. They were crying. Mickey says, you have things, Rachel, in your life that I value, a husband and kids that I will later throw in your face behind your back and say you need to go home and raise your kids. And a husband and kids does not make you a better person. And you're still the same snaky, manipulative chick you were all those years ago, and you're nasty. And I'll say it to your face, even though she never says this to Rachel's face. Shocker. They missed out on so much of this conversation. I know the episodes are short, but maybe take out the costume parts. There's a couple things you could cut to get this. I mean, they were crying, talking about being on islands. Mickey's like, oh, ice you out. Because Rachel's like, yeah, you iced me. I didn't ice you out. The grilled cheese sandwiches were talked about. The fact that Kelly, we did see it in the episode, that Kelly went back after Rachel said she felt iced out. Well, the reason Rachel said she felt iced out was because of the grilled cheese sandwiches. That was a big part. And then I don't know if they mentioned that this episode because I can't remember. Sometimes I can't remember what I heard in the episode and what I heard on the feeds because it's sometimes they meld together and sometimes they're so different. So they're crying, they're talking about values, and Rachel's like, I value you too. I value you as a businesswoman. Maybe I can help you get a man and you can help me do my business. And Mickey's like, yeah, let's do it. Rachel tells Mickey that, you're blessed too, Mickey. They apologize to each other, but Mickey talked too long. And that's the problem with Mickey's game, is that she talks too long. She talks herself right back into the bad position she was in when she started. She doesn't know the sweet spot of when to get out of these conversations, when she's made some progress or when she's hit, the heart on someone. She just keeps going. And then it can come off kind of patronizing and condescending and disingenuous. And Mickey she didn't pick up on that. Mickey's like, no, I was really happy, Rachel, that you won because you get to see your kids and you need that. You need a reset. Can we reset? Rachel's like, yeah, we could probably reset. Reset. You're so lucky. Brendan is a great guy. Only to then go shit on Rachel's marriage. But okay. Mickey says, people are just intimidated by you. That's what it is. They don't know how to talk to Rachel. So when they say they want to see you in jury, it's because they want to stand with you in jury, because standing with Rachel in jury is a flex, Rachel. Mickey says, I want everyone in jury, all the people that I like. Okay. I want Amy. Nope. She's gone. Jimmy. Nope. Got rid of her. Him. Okay. Ashley, Will, Morgan. Like, I want you all in jury. I'm not saying I just want you in jury. I just want us all to get there together and then we'll see what happens. Okay. It's a flex. The only person that didn't want you in jury, Jimmy and Keanu. And I think Mickey's problem in this conversation, if they would have shown the whole thing, is she hit on the Jimmy thing so many times. And that is like an open wound to Rachel because she's like, yes, Jonathan digs her own grave. Jonathan Gould is saying in the chat. Mickey does that. And I think with Mickey, she hit on the Jimmy thing, but she never really connects with Rachel on like why that was such a big loss for Rachel. Why Rachel, after just losing Amy and then losing Jimmy to people who were both of their allies, why that would hit her different, and just how bonded Rachel became to Jimmy that Mickey didn't even recognize that at all. And she's still so very cold about Jimmy. And there's no reason really for Mickey to be cold about Jimmy other than she just doesn't want to look like she might have made a mistake or was wrong in taking over someone's HOH because he was going to put you on the block, then saving him and his girlfriend who you don't have a relationship with and who still don't like you even after all this work you've put into them, and instead taking over his HOH to protect him and his girlfriend and then taking out your own ally and not consulting your other allies. And all Mickey would have had to do now in this situation is maybe eat a little crow, go, maybe I could have handled that better. And I got caught up in the hype of what was going on because I didn't expect to HOH and to take over that HOH. And, I didn't understand how much that affected you. And I'm sorry. And I hope we can move forward in the game together. and I can make it right or anything. But she just stands on like, no, Jimmy was a snake. He didn't like you. He's, him and Keanu both. And Rachel, she knows in her heart the relationships that she has with Keanu and with Jimmy. So Mickey's trying to explain to Rachel her relationships, and Rachel's like, no, girl, I know what my relationships with these two are. So then Mickey's losing again. But it was like the never ending. But I wish they would show that, because you will see the fault in Mickey's logic, in her ego, and in her game, and how she is just pushing so hard on something that is still a big brother wound for Rachel, where she's like, no, this sucked because I trusted you, Mickey, and you just didn't regard my game. You didn't regard what I had to say, and you went with these other people, and you got rid of Jimmy. And you damn near blindsided him while you were hurriedly putting on, deodorant and body spray. And you're like, oh, yeah, Jimmy, sorry, you're going to go on the block. You got to go. Thank you, John Burrows, for the super chat. John says, I have a song request to fully encapsulate Riley's love for Catherine. Minnie Riperton's Loving You. Loving you is easy because you're beautiful. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Diarrhea. There's a sense of arrogance. Yes, it's so much. Like, just admitting in that moment, like, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I could have done this better. Maybe I didn't fully think in that moment. I was just ambushed by so many things. Take accountability and say, that left you in a bad spot. And Jimmy's a good person. And I wish he was still here. Hindsight's 20/20. Anything. Throw a cliche at her, but instead she doubles down on Jimmy too much. But they have this like long ass conversation. I wish they would have showed the whole thing, because they really just in the episode focused on the Kelly of it all. So the fact that, okay, well, you might feel betrayed by me and iced out, but I already knew that because I'm an empath. And also Kelly told me, yeah. Kelly says that you felt iced out. And Rachel's like, Kelly said that? Yeah. And then Rachel was like, nobody messes with Rachel Riley, so she confronts Kelly. But they also missed the part where Rachel's like, well, now I got to confront Kelly. And Mickey was like, whoa, I don't know if that's a good idea, right? Because if you confront Kelly, then it's kind of like outing me. And Rachel goes, again, it doesn't look like you really want to play with me or you care about my game. Like, I got to go figure out if she's lying or she's talking behind my back or saying these things, like why she's doing it. So the conversation ended up being a huge mess in the long run. But Mickey, she did make some headway. Like we were like, oh God. Oh good. Oh boy. So then Rachel goes and talks to Kelly. She's like, I want to find Kelly. I'm going to find that little South Dakotan, and I'm going to see what's going on. She's like, Kelly, can I talk to you? And Kelly's like, oh shit, that's never good when my mom says that. And I'm just sitting there and they're like, Kelly, did you poop on the curtains again? And she's like, no, Mom, I did. I wanted to instigate it and pisses my mom off. Because the dry cleaners are only open on Mondays and Thursdays, and she works those days. So I always make sure to poop on the curtains those days. It's so funny. And I blame my siblings. Ha ha ha. So Rachel is like, Kelly, so Mickey, I'm hearing that you are telling people that I iced you out like right after, or that I felt iced out like right after I told you that. And Kelly goes, oh God. Oh, dear God. Oh, Lord. I really thought I could have an ally. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, doggy. I don't know what to do. Oh, I can't have an ally for one day. Oh, Kelly. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And then she's just like, what happened? It's like, it's you, Kelly. And Kelly actually says, why do I got to instigate and cause problems? And problems for myself. What am I doing? So Kelly kind of looks like a deer in headlights. As Rachel's confronting, she's like, oh, as much as I like instigating, I don't like getting caught. That's not fun. She's like, I did, what now? Did I, well, I mean, okay, yeah, I might have said that. But also, if I could, iced out is actually a really common term. Yeah, that people use. I felt iced out. So I don't know if that does anything for you, but yeah, iced out. It's not that big of a deal, is it there? Hey there, buddy guy. Huh? What's going on, buddy guy? And Rachel's like, what? Rachel's like, I cannot believe that Kelly is going to try to not just own up to it, but be like, well, iced out it's pretty common. Okay. It's a common term this season. So, I might have just heard it and not meant it. I don't know. I'm scared. Did you know that I've been to 52 states and 17 countries and made 0 friends? Okay. Thank you for listening. So Kelly is just like, and Kelly's like, but Rachel, I know I made a mistake. I'm sorry, but I would like to move forward with you in the game for the 700th time. Because you asked me earlier, and then every time I say yeah, then I go talk shit about you behind your back. And I say, oh, that Rachel, she's something, all right. I'm going to get her ass on the block because she's a low down, dirty lady with a wig on, And okay, but this time it's different. I love you. Always have. She's pulling out Braveheart. She's doing anything she can do. So she's like, I'd like to move forward. And Rachel's like, look at Rachel's face. She's like, oh, God. Rachel knows she has her people that she's thinking, okay, Morgan and Kelly are coming after me, or Morgan and Mickey are coming after me. Okay, I got to assemble my troops. I got to work the showmans, work Keanu, my secret little final 2 thing, pull Kelly in. And so when I make a big move, they'll do the big move. Okay. And Kelly's like, okay, bye. And then immediately goes and shits on one of Rachel's dresses or something. I don't know. I can't explain Kelly. I cannot explain this woman. And Rachel's like, okay, we'll move forward. And Kelly says, oh, we could really do some damage together. Okay. Have you ever pooped in your mom's crack pot? Oh my God, they get so mad. My mama loves her crack pot. She opens it up because we're going to have a funeral or a party. That's the only time it's Christmas or somebody died. She pulls out the crack pots and she's like, oh shit in the crack pot. And I'm like, I instigated that. I do it. I like pooping places. Okay, thank you, Kelly. I just imagine that's Kelly. There are places all over Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where people have doo-dooed. And it's Kelly. I pooped there. Yeah. I pooped on the floor of the last standing Blockbuster in Sioux Falls. It was so great. I went to Wall Drug. Yeah. I took a shit on one of them jackrabbits. Yeah, I did. Okay. So, Rachel's like, okay, yeah, we'll work together. Because what are my options anymore than you psychopaths? Thank you so much. Psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ba, 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 ba. Nominations time. Ba, ba. Rachel is like, I am so unsure. I don't know what I'm going to do. Because I just got this information about Kelly. I really wanted to just see if I could work with her. And then I find out that she's running. She's going to run tell everybody my business, being Mickey. But then I wanted to put Mickey on the block because Mickey says she's going after me and Morgan says she's going after me. So I got to break up that threesome of Vince, Mickey, and Morgan. So she's holding on to Mickey and Kelly's key and she's like, which one should I put up? What am I going to do? And then ultimately, as the nomination ceremony starts, Rachel walks down in another one of her gowns. And she's like, hello, welcome to Mrs. USA, the Mrs. USA pageant. Anyways, I put 3 keys in the box. I'm going to turn the keys. And when your name pops up on the memory wall, that means you've been nominated and I hate you. All right. And you're fake and you're a hater and you're just thinking that you're going to use me for jury. Well, guess what? You're not, bitches. So Rachel, first she's like, Vince, no surprise there. You have that mustache. It kind of stinkies. All right. I think you should brush it. Less twisty, more brushy and washy. Okay. This is why I did that. You've been coming for me since day one. Vince, if you're the gardener in this, then Morgan, who's my next nomination, then Morgan is, what does she say? Then if you're the gardener in this, Vince, then Morgan is the one planting seeds. And I was like, oh, she's just bouncing off her bestie Ava's HOH. Love to see it. So here are our nominations. Vince, Morgan, and oops, I think it still has a question mark over it. Vince, Morgan, and Mickey. Mickey, the one who's like, why would I be a nomination? I'm sorry, ma'am. You were plotting against her. You served everyone grilled cheese but her. So she's like, Vince, if you're the gardener in this, Morgan is the one planting seeds. She's like, you all are trying to run the game, and I just can't let y'all control the game. All right, Mickey, I'm putting you up because you said I need to go home and raise my kids. I wish he would know that Mickey said that, but I'm going to keep raising my kids just fine right here. Okay, remotely. Yeah, that's why I have Brendan, my partner in crime. He's doing the damn thing, because guess what? Women in 2025 can have layers, Mickey. And I'd hate for you to be 41, have some kids, and have someone say that about you, and you have to give up on all of your dreams just because you have children and are a woman over the age of 40, because you are circling the drain of that real quick. And pretty soon you'll be drowned in ageism and unable to do anything. Does that sound fun to you, Mickey? Because it doesn't to me. Doesn't to me. Your dreams don't end right when the baby shoots out your baby door. Okay? So quit pushing forward that bullshit. The patriarchy has told you that women are dead, done, washed up, and should stay home and raise their frickin' kids. So you're on the block, Mickey. I still can't believe Mickey said that. Like, there's few things where I'm like, talk shit. Who cares? Like, even when, she makes some little comment, like, who cares? Who cares? She says she's nasty, manipulative. Okay, cool. But to tell a woman, and you're a woman, telling a woman that she can't do something because she should be at home raising her kids, and you're saying it to a man who's doing the same thing and has kids in the year of 2025. I just... Just shoot me with an Oreo blaster, because I can't. I'm like, Mickey, you're not stupid. And it seems that Mickey has said she wants these things. A partner in life. Possibly some children. Would you want someone saying that about you, or just going to give up everything? I can't do it. It's wild. It's like, shut the fuck up. You're one of us. One of us. One of us. Don't you think we hear this shit enough? We don't need our fellow uteri hating on us.
Cool. A misogynist. We never have those on Big Brother.
Shout out to Maddie. Mad Rose D. Shout out to Maddie and Janet. Yeah, cool. We never have one of those on Big Brother. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We gotta look out for each other as women. Mickey, stop it. I want to give you all the chances, Mickey, but you keep fucking saying stuff that is just like, what is wrong with this chick? I'm going to need Sari in here to give you the old Jared. Clean that up a little bit. It's too much. Okay. So, Rachel does her stuff. Vince is kind of like, he takes it probably the best, which right now, I will say he's still a crybaby on the feeds. If anyone's saying he's not, he still does it. He even has a little bit of self-awareness, but I think Vince's self-awareness in that he's probably picking up that the audience is seeing him as a crybaby and a complainer. He's like, I'm probably going to look like that to the audience. And he was saying that on the feeds. That's like, yeah, you do. You think everyone bullied you if they don't agree with you, which is ridiculous. Again, if someone comes here and it's like, hey, Jolene, you're wrong. I don't believe anything you said. Your opinion sucks. They didn't bully me. They just didn't like my opinion. I'm not being bullied by them. Okay. And I don't even think anyone said his opinion or his decision sucked. Well, you can be like, it's a little hateration. But bullying a grown man with a twisty mustache? I digress. So Vince is just like, well, I mean, I guess it's kind of how it is. I knew it. I expected it. Okay. I didn't try to put on the charm. I don't have any apparently when it comes to Rachel, and I'll just win the veto. Morgan, meanwhile, oh my God, Morgan, another one who's just like Morgan. This is the first time Morgan's ever been put on the block. Before this, She was in the majority in the cool kids club. Okay. And yeah, last week she had to vote between Zach and Vince. Okay, that's Big Brother. But you got all this way. We're like in day 40 or something now. 40 something. Before you had to like vote out an ally. Other people have lost allies left and right. But for Morgan, she's like, it's just week after week, I have worst case scenario. Okay. I had to vote between my two best friends, Zach and Vince. And then, I mean, there's Mickey too, but it's like, how good of friends can you be with a woman? Right. So just like my two favorite guys. And Zach even left me his bracelet. And I know he's in interviews saying that it was garbage and it was gross and it was stretched out and he didn't want it, but he left it for me. And I'm the one that pulled his toothbrush out of the trash. I'm the one that tried to help save him when he was on the block, even though I didn't vote for him to stay and I could have rallied the troops and gotten the votes for him to stay. That was a definite possibility. It wasn't written in stone. But still, Lauren didn't do anything, but she's so perfect and she's 22 and she's walking around the house with like a Britney Spears body circa 1999. How am I going to compete with that? And it's just like so unfair. And now I'm on the block. And Lauren just gets to be Louisiana Lauren. Just the LSU love. Just like, I don't know. She gets to be spineless. I have to do everything. It's not fair. It's not fair. And Morgan is just, oh my God. All the boohoo cries. And then Mickey is like, oh, Rachel, you want to play? Okay. Rachel Riley is the same as she was 15 years ago. And they edited this too. Are they going to really play what Mickey said? Because we know this is not what Mickey said. She did say 15 years ago, very manipulative and very predictable. There was more to it. She's the same Rachel Riley, very manipulative, very predictable. How come she didn't add in very nasty? Because she said very nasty. She says, you're right, Rachel. You're not going to be going to jury. Okay, Rachel? So you're right about that. You're not going to be going to jury. Because if I come off the block, you're going home, Mr., Mrs. Wow. Ooh. And I'm like, why didn't we see Mickey? Mickey keeps saying, and I'll say this to her face. Then say it to her face. Why even say I'd say it to her face if you're not going to say it to her face? If someone says I'd say it to her face, you know what I say every time someone says that to me? Say it to her face. Let's go. I'll drive you there. I'll pay for the gas. I'll get you a treat. What do you want? Some canes? Some Raising Canes? Chicken tenders? They got Texas toast. You know? I'll buy and fly. But yeah, you just say it to their face. I want to hear you say it to their face. I want to hear you're so tough. You're so strong. Such a big, strong lady. Let's do it. And she's like, later. I have a tummy ache. I can't go right now. I'm on my period. I have a tummy ache. I have things to do. I have a life. She's not worth my time. Well, she was worth your time to talk all this shit. Mickey is talking the most shit behind Rachel's back, which fine, whatever. If I was in the house, I'd be talking shit. I just would. I know myself. I'd be a shit talker. Because look what I'm doing right now. I love to roast. I love to read. I like to just whatever. But Mickey is like, and I'll say it to her face. I'll tell her straight up. I'll be like, and I won't tell it to their face. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that right here with you because I need to vent. Because I'm neurodivergent and an Aquarius, and I got to say some shit. I got some big opinions. Okay, and then once it's out, it's out, and then I'm released of it. But now, Mickey, let's listen to some of the things that Mickey had to say that they really should show in the episode, because it just makes it so much more interesting when you actually see what's going on in the actual show. So here's just a little compilation I put together. You guys, let me know. Give me a thumbs up in the chat as soon as you can hear it. And it's located over on my shoulder. If you're looking for it.
Begged me to send Kelly home. I knew we should have sent her. I didn't send her. I knew we should. And Rachel begged me to send her home. She begged me to send her home. She said she couldn't do it. She couldn't last in this game. And I said, Rachel, yes, you can. And I did send her home. I know. that she puts me up. She literally just had me upstairs saying, Vicky, all that stuff that you're saying is not true. I've never been coming for you. I love you, all this other stuff. And I'm not going to come for you. Can we do a reset? Can we restart? Do you forgive me? I'm like, yes, Rachel, I forgive you. I get it. It's BB paranoia. And she said, I'm not coming for you. I would never come for you. I know how much you mean to Will. I would never do. And then you do. You still put me up there. That's
Will.
up. I should have said her asshole.
Yeah.
She doesn't like when I cook. And people like it better. It's like it's so many different things. I don't care. I care, but it's like I don't care about her feelings anymore. Like I try to be so nice. Like she feels like she's the oldest one in the house and all this other stuff. It's just like, girl, you are. You shouldn't be here. Go home to your children.
Hello, I'm older.
No, but you look younger.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Let's be honest. Talking about she's 40, she's 41. Let's be honest. All that lying y'all be doing. Oh, you like you don't look a day over 26. You're a 26-year-old lie. She was 15 years ago.
I wish I watched her season.
Nasty, manipulative, and conniving. And I'll say that to her face. 2 kids and a husband does not make you a better person.
I know Rachel's really proud of her love and stuff with Brenda, but did Rachel ever say it made her a better person? I don't remember her being like, and it makes me a better person. She's like, she's nasty, conniving, manipulative. She thinks she's too old. You are. You need to go home and raise your kids. I was like, Mickey, like woman to woman, there are other things we can hate on each other for. You know, call her nasty, conniving. Okay, cool. That's how you feel. But just because she's a mom, she's got to go home to her kids. And Will's like, damn, I'm 50. Yeah, but you look better. I got kids. Yeah, but that's okay. It's just Rachel. She's a low down, nasty lady, conniving. Don't like her. Was she born? She's not even 41 yet. Oh, I hate that. I hate when people do that shit. Because again, you're all going to get there. We're all going to age and get to that next point. And Mickey being in her mid-30s is like, you're damn near 40 then. Ugh, playing into the societal bullshit. Oh my God. Do they know? The thing is, even it's a lot of them don't know how they work. Keanu was just saying today, like he binged like for 3 months, Big Brother, but he doesn't know how the feeds work. None of them really know about Rachel, I don't think. Maybe Vinny, but Vinny's mom would have had to bought the feeds because it was before Pluto. You know, Pluto just came out. I don't know. Do you have to pay for Pluto too? But with Vinny being unemployed, he was maybe he was getting just little clips on Twitter or something. I'm not sure. Right? Hope says she shouldn't even be here. It's like, Mickey. But we've seen little things. It's like there is some internalized misogyny in Mickey for sure. She's got this very archaic look at, you know, what faith-based gameplay looks like. And she'd rather like freaking side with the guy who's 2 seconds away from a cancellation. Like Riley is 2 seconds away from dropping like a racial slur. He's already calling women bitches in the house. Like he's 2 seconds away from just like making fun of the disabled, dropping a racial slur, or freaking calling someone a see you next Tuesday. So she'd rather stick up for him than gay guy Jimmy, because Jimmy's he's too messy. It's crazy. It is so crazy. Oh, sorry, Josh. Let me pull that super chat up. Apologies. Thank you, Josh. Josh says, I hate Kelly, but I'd like to see her on House of Villains. Would be ridiculous. I think she might get eaten up on House of Villains. We'll see. But okay. She'd be like, I keep instigating. She'll just be pooping on everyone's stuff, allegedly. Buddy, thank you for the super chat. Buddy says, why is Morgan pining for a man who does not want her? It's right. Like, does she not know you are a model, ma'am? I don't know. Sometimes it's the ladies, unfortunately, who you would think like, no, they would never have any you know, insecurity in that way. Or I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. Like, ma'am, there are so many people out there, but she lives in LA and she probably has lived in LA for a long time. And I'll be honest, all of my girlfriends in LA who are single are like it is not good, especially if you live in like the Hollywood version of LA. You know, like the regular people version, probably some real gems, but the Hollywood version, you're going to get a lot of Peter Pans who don't want to settle down, don't want to, and by settle down, even like, you know, just not put their wiener in other things. You know what I mean? That's like the settle down in LA, or not going to like treat you like shit. So I don't know. Or maybe she was just like thinking with her labia. I'm not sure. Not going to be, Morgan is going to be as embarrassed as Blue from BB25. Oh gosh. I just saw Blue in like an interview with Johnny Bananas. I was like, what in the world? What is going on? You meant to, she dug that shit out of the trash. James, she dug that shit out of that trash. But to her, he left it. Yes, he did. Okay. So, all of them, Bean. All of them. All right. Who vets these people? It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. We do have to talk about some live feed spoilers, you guys. Just a couple of things. I think I talked about quite a bit here. We're still wondering if Lauren is going to use this POV that she won. If you didn't know, Lauren won the POV. It was OTEV, which they've been kind of promoting. All the house guests were like, it's too soon for OTEV, and then it's OTEV. And Lauren won. Lauren seemed pretty determined to win, wanted to win because she did not want to be put up as a renom. And if someone else won and took someone else or themselves off the block, there was a good chance Lauren was going to be a renom. So this is not the best case scenario for Rachel. She talked to Rachel today about using the veto. I think Rachel obviously would prefer, maybe she didn't, but that was like, you can do what you need to do, Lauren. Like I said, Vince did have a moment of self-awareness on the feeds where he was like, I look like a poor sport. People are going to hate me on TV. That's what I'm going to be known as. The guy that's always whining. Yeah, you are. Thank you, Buddy. Buddy says, I blame the casting director for casting people who've barely watched this show, which makes this season terrible. The funny thing is when they talk about it, when Mickey talks about it, when Lauren talks about it, they're like, our great grandmothers were super fans of this show and now they're dead. And so I'm doing this for them. It's like everybody's grandmothers were fans of this show. That's all they ever say. I don't know what it is with the grandparents, but here we are. Same thing with Tyler Crispin. I told you showed up on my algorithm, his lady that he now is engaged to and has a baby with. Tyler, obviously from BB20 and the Small Stars season that they wanted to pass off as an all-star season. Met his lady. Apparently her grandma was a big fan and now she has since passed. But she was a big Tyler fan. So I'm like, the grandmothers love this shit. Okay. Shout out to the grandmas. Shout out. So Vince is just, it's like, okay, but then he continues to like be a crybaby. Vince and Lauren had to talk about the POV because Lauren's kind of making her rounds today. Obviously tomorrow is the power of veto ceremony where she has to decide whether or not she's going to use the veto. And the only person she would use the veto to save is Vince, because Vince is technically, not technically, he is her final two and her closest ally in the house. I think it would behoove Lauren to probably use it to save Vince and just tell Rachel straight up, like, he is my person. Because losing him in this game, not gonna be great for her. I hope she doesn't use it because I wouldn't mind losing Vince in this game, but we'll see. So Vince and Lauren talk, and they talked at about like 6:50 Big Brother time, or was this yesterday? This might have been yesterday they were talking. And Vince tells Lauren right before we started, they told me to tell you to throw it. So apparently Mickey, before the POV competition, went to Lauren and was like, you should throw it. Vince tells Lauren that he talked to Riley about if he'd be mad if he asked Lauren, if Lauren would use the veto on him. So Vince went to Riley, who has nothing to do with the power veto because he didn't win it. Lauren won it, and asked if Riley would be mad if Vince talked to Lauren about her using the power of veto on him. Even Riley's dumbass, even his backwards ass was like, I'm not her daddy. She can do what she wants to do. Why are you asking another grown man about a grown woman's power? That was really weird to me. Really, really weird to me. Yeah, during the competition, allegedly. Told her to throw it. Throw it. But like, you're asking permission from another man to ask Lauren these things. Like, it's strange. Talk to Lauren first, or maybe talk to them together as a group. It just looks weird. Okay. And I know there is this fear like, well, Riley would be put on the block. And Riley's feeling that because anytime Riley gets a little bit of discomfort, he has never been put on the block. And this is his make-a-wish, allegedly. And everyone in the house thinks he's a fan favorite and America loves him, which is, which Jimmy told us in his Instagram Live, which explains why they're so afraid to touch him, because this cast is terrified of pissing off America, not knowing they're all pissing off America. That's why, and not the player, the country. That's why you can't play for the approval of America. You have to just play your game. Because now we're going to have Riley till the final frickin' 2 at this point. Because they're all afraid to take him out because they think we like him. Do you not know us? Do you not know? Well, okay. They might have a point. Normally, Riley. But since we get to see everything, because there's still people that come in my comments, why don't you like Riley? It's like, have you watched any of my videos when I'm sharing all of the creepy, weird ass shit that he keeps doing? Have you paid attention at all to social media, people calling his ass out? Have you not looked at it? I just don't understand. Someone in the comments says, would we have the same reaction if he looked like Austin Butler? I was like, first of all, who the fuck's Austin Butler? And then I Googled it and I was like, oh, that's the guy who played Elvis. Yeah, I'd still be mad. Okay. Just because you're hot, and I don't even think Austin Butler, I mean, he's like a baby to me. It's like a little child, but even if you're an attractive person, yes, I get the argument. Attractive people can get away with more. There is a pretty privilege, but not this creepy shit. But no, thank you. Okay. I don't have a lady boner for him either. So Vince, talks to Lauren, and they talk about how Keanu talked to Lauren, and he's like, told Vince, like, the best way to talk to Lauren about how to make this decision is for her to kind of think it's in her best interest not to use it. Because that's like psychology, man. So then you say, don't use this, not in your best interest. And then it's okay. And they both kind of laugh. And Lauren says, oh, he's such an idiot. And they both laugh and roll their eyes about Keanu. Vince tells Lauren that Morgan and Mickey are the targets, supposedly, but he's worried because they have all of these days to sit there and kind of spin it and spin stories. And he tells Lauren, I'm not talking shit about Mickey and Morgan. He was. I love them, but he's worried that they might throw him under the bus. They will. They have, and they will. Vince tells Lauren that Kelly will be the swing vote, and he doesn't want to put his whole game in Kelly's hands. So he's kind of begging Lauren without begging, but like low key begging, but it comes off high key at times. Basically say, I can't leave it in Kelly's hands. She's so unpredictable. Okay. Like Vince is basically saying, Lauren, if you use it, please use it, because I cannot have my whole game in Kelly's hands. She's too erratic and unpredictable. Kelly's worried because she's like, the only thing is when I talk to Rachel, she's going to ask me, why would you do that? And Vince tells her, just say, he's my friend. I want to save my friend. I don't want him to be safe. And Vince is like, who cares what she thinks? Vince, easy for you to say. Lauren wants to know who the renom would be. Vince says, I think Ashley or Kelly. Well, it's not going to be Ashley, sir. Even though Ashley has been doing her damnedest sometimes to get put up on the block, because she's been really riding hard for Mickey, because she really believes like she doesn't want their little family alliance, to get broken up, but she's doing too much. Where Mickey wouldn't do half of that for her, nor would Morgan, but it's more so for Mickey. but she's talking to them a lot. So their arguments and things are like becoming her arguments. It's kind of cuckoo because normally Ashley wouldn't be talking like that per se, but she's getting very personal about stuff and people in her talking shiz. Let's see. Vince says, who cares if people know we're friends, Lauren? And you show your cards. Like, make a big move. People think you're indecisive. And I know you're not indecisive. But I think he says undecisive instead of indecisive when I was listening. I was like, did he just say undecisive? And he goes, so if you use the power of veto to save your friend, that's very strategic. And that shows that you're not indecisive and you're thinking strategy. And you got moves in this game. Lauren tells Vince that Mickey told Lauren to just throw the competition. Lauren was like, okay, what do you think? I'm stupid? I'm not, number one. And number two, I'm probably the renom. Okay. And also, Morgan just got done telling me that she would put me on the block as a pawn. So no, I'm not going to throw the competition. Lauren is worried because she told Rachel that Riley and Catherine were her number one. So she's afraid that if she uses the power of veto on Vince, that Rachel will put Riley or Catherine on the block. And Vince tells Lauren that there's no way Rachel will put up Riley or Catherine. That would be an empty threat. A lot of people have been saying this too. It's like Rachel wants to protect, and she said to herself, the showman's at all costs, but for how long? You know? Vince is just like, we got to do it. We got to make this move. Okay. He's not going to put Riley or Catherine up. He could put Ashley up. Ashley's like acting like she's on vacation. Will, he takes 10 naps a day. Okay. And Ava, she sleeps 16 hours a day. Slow your roll there, Vinny. Vince pleads with Lauren to use the veto and make Rachel renom one of her allies. He's like, one of her friends. I don't give a shit if she has to. And it's like, she doesn't have to renom one of her friends. Now this is the time of night that got messed up. We'll explain the Riley thing. But Lauren also talked to Mickey. Mickey very much, she talked to her today, like before, I think it was like as the episode was still airing, about the POV. Mickey tells Lauren she needs to stroke Rachel's ego when she talks to her and thinks she should use the veto for a big move. But, you're going to do what you're going to do. And, but if you do it, Rachel can then make a big move, like a Kiana renom, because Mickey was telling Lauren, like, I think she very much gets, is regretting putting me on the block. Yeah. And I think she's going to make a bigger move. And Lauren's like, really? But Lauren doesn't really believe anything. Mickey says, because before this conversation, she talked to Riley. I didn't get to listen to the whole conversation because the episode was airing. So I was trying to listen. Riley is basically stressed out to the max, which this is what he does. Anytime he could possibly be the renom, he turns into like a little biatch. All right. And he's just complaining. All right. And Riley was on one last night, and I was tweeting about it because I was watching it live, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here are some of the hits from Riley's conversation. So apparently he didn't like that Catherine had a conversation with Kelly, maybe Lauren, for like a long time. And he's like, you talked to them for that long? And Catherine's kind of just telling him what happened. And Riley's making her feel dumb. Okay. She was debriefing her conversation with maybe Mickey. Maybe she was talking to Mickey for a while, and then Kelly or something. And Kelly, okay, that's something different. And Riley's like, you can't talk to these people that long. I'm so sick of these motherfuckers. I'm here to protect you, girl. I love you. Okay. But also, Kelly, that's a loud mouth motherfucking bitch right there. That is a direct quote. Riley said, and I quote, that's a loud mouth mother effing bitch right there, Riley, about Kelly. He's so poetic. Like, he's so sweet when he talks. And Catherine's like, oh, okay, cool. And then he's like, Catherine, you don't have to lay up here with me. And she's like, I literally want to lay up with you. And he's like, I just don't want you to feel like you have to. I'm not talking to you like you're an idiot. Because she's like, she told him, like, I feel like you're talking to me like I'm an idiot. Like, I know what to say when I'm talking to them. I'm just debriefing with you. There was a point where she's kind of like leaning over him like this, and he's laying down. I think I might have a picture of it. And he's like, you need to sit down. And the problem is what's happening now is it's what he has been doing is now working on Catherine, and it's very sad to see. And I'll explain that in just a minute as I transfer these images over here. So what's happening, and we see this from guys who are toxic, women who are toxic. You could be dating someone who might be a narcissist, whatever their personal favorite personality disorder is or not. They use these, I switched this. They know what they're doing when it comes to love bombing, getting trust, and then being able to pick away at that person to get them to stay and also get them to keep doing what they want, if that makes sense. So this is going to be a little narc slayer segment as we break down Riley's behavior.
In every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness. She is the Slayer.
So unfortunately, just like we've been calling all season, Riley continues to have very red flag abusive behavior when it comes to Catherine and his conversations with Catherine and his emotions and things like that. So let me just show you kind of the position they were in. As Catherine has now, it's kind of like, for those of you who might not watch the feeds or might not, or be like, what is he doing exactly? Well, here's what Riley did. Riley immediately picked Catherine as someone that he was attracted to, someone that he wanted to date, someone that he wanted to be in a showmance with. Now, whether that is legit or he's just trying to get more screen time or whatever the hell, that is what he has done. He has spent the past 40 plus days love bombing this woman to the point of vomiting. All right. To the point of where it's made her uncomfortable. She set her boundaries. But he has broken through to her. So he's made her feel, and I think lots of people have had situations, unfortunately, like this with people like this who will make you feel like you're the best thing ever. And you forego those red flags that you see because you're like, oh my God, this person is making me feel so good. They're telling me like, I am so wonderful and I am so great and I am everything. And they want to plan their whole world around me and they'll die for me. Like they'll kill, like this is like some Disney movie shit. Like, oh my God, is this what love is? Like this person sees this thing in me. And even though you might think in the back of your head, like, that's weird. It's a little too fast. How can he know that already? I had a therapist tell me that when it comes to relationships, whether friendship or romantic, it takes time. Anyone who's pushing like this is a red flag, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, because love, getting to know people, it takes time. Now, sure, there are those instances where people just instantly kind of know, but getting to know them, getting to know each other more and planning their future, that takes time. This man has made it a point to build her up only to then start knocking her down, start picking at her. And we're seeing the picking at her part starting, and that's the sad part. So now she has let her guard down. He has love bombed her to death, which means he's just throwing all the compliments and all the love, and you're the greatest thing, and I've never found anything like you, and I don't care. I'm going to marry you one day, girl. And if you think about it, society has kind of conditioned us through like romantic comedies and Disney movies that you don't necessarily always need, especially the ladies' consent, because the guy's like, I'm going to get her. I'm going to, or that you want that guy that's just, you say no, you keep saying no, but he keeps saying yes. And then finally they just wear you down enough where you're like, okay, I guess this is love. And I feel like this is where Catherine's at, even though she is a little cognizant of the fact that this doesn't feel right, because she still has boundaries up of like, I don't want to sleep in the bed with you. They have since slept in the bed, but every time she denied cuddling with him or being in the bed with him, he would pout. He would punish her. He would punish her through the silent treatment. He would punish her through pouting. And it was like, now he's isolated her. He's love bombed her. He's isolated her. It's just, even when he talks to other people, Catherine, it's like he's infantilized her. She's not even a grown woman. to where it's like, well, Catherine, I got to save her because she's not, she doesn't have many people in this game. It's because he has monopolized all of her time, everything. And some might argue, well, she's a grown woman and she can do this. But if you've ever been in a situation with it like this, a lot of times you don't realize it's happening till it's already happened. They'll isolate you from a whole friend group and family and all the things. You'll be like, but it feels so nice to have someone really love me in a world that's like lonely and, where we're encouraged to pair up. This feels nice until it doesn't feel nice, until you wake up and go, holy shit, he's isolated me. So now she basically only has Riley as an ally. She has a couple other people that she talks with, but her being Aquarius already, she's already kind of sketched out by people, and she's already kind of got her guard up. She doesn't show a bunch of emotions. Riley shows lots of emotions. He cries. He cried in the shower. After that crying in the shower, and I just love you so much, Catherine. And I just like, I'm not good enough for you. So then she feels guilty. Like, oh my God, there must be something wrong with me because this guy is like crying and opening up. And that's what people say are good things. And I'm looking like cold and he's saying all these nice things. So, okay, you can sleep in my bed. So now he's sleeping in the bed. He got in the bed. He got past the love bombing. He's done the thing. His manipulative tactics are working, which you might be like, but he's an idiot. Well, even idiots like him know how to do stuff like this because they're toxic freaks. All right. And this is what they've always done to get what they want. So he's emotionally manipulated her, love bombed her, the whole deal. So now it's just Catherine and Riley. And it doesn't help that they're in this little echo chamber where everyone else in the house, not knowing the things he says to her in private and just seeing that Catherine kisses him back. And that Riley's just like, I'm just a chivalrous cowboy and I just want to save my woman. You can kick me out of this game, but save my woman. So they're all going, oh my God, that's so romantic. Now, I would argue that is because that's what we've been shown through media and art to be romantic. A man doesn't give up, even when you're like, not that into you. And he's like, okay, but I'm gonna show you that I love you. So they're like, oh, so that's why they think it's romantic too, because they grew up in the same society as Catherine did, that told them and socially conditioned us to be like, even if I don't like it, but if he keeps fighting for me and he holds a boombox outside of my bedroom, which is kind of creepy, and tells me he loves me, like I owe him something, right? And so everyone there is reaffirming this. So Catherine's like, well, it must be nice. The producers love a showmance. Rachel only sees through the lens of Rachel and Brendan, which is very successful for her. She's married to him. They have children. They live in Alabama. He's a doctor. She wants to start a tea shop. So she's like, I want this love on everybody. And when she came up in the games, there were lots of big showmances. Even in the season she won, you had Jeff and Jordan, who are still married, 2 kids to this day. So she just sees through those lenses of missing Brendan and the showmance, So many people, yes, Jonathan, are reaffirming this. So she's like, Catherine's like, okay, I guess. And so now she's stuck in this bubble because now he has been like, I'm your person. You come to me. And this is what these kind of guys do, and women. Okay. I've never dated a woman like this because I've never dated a woman, but I assume that there are gentlemen in the chat who could probably say they've maybe seen a woman like this, but I only know men like this. And so now he's told her, like, you open up to me. I'm here for you. I'm your person. I got you. Da, da, da. So she opens up to him and he always finds a way. It started out more subtle, but it's becoming more blatant, a way to turn it into being about him. Even if she's having a moment of vulnerability, like, I just need to say this. I'm just feeling this way. Like, I feel like I'm getting carried when they had that conversation. I'm not doing anything. He's like, yes, you are, Catherine. Yes, you are. You don't like me helping you? I'll give up everything for you. And then it becomes about Riley. And you're like, how the fuck did you make this about yourself? I don't understand that. Why can't you just give me a hug and say, you're awesome, girl, and you're going to get it, and I love you, or whatever. Creepy to say you love her, but whatever. Okay, but he makes it about him, and then he becomes a crybaby. And they're like, let's cuddle tonight. I need it. And she's like, I'm not ready. And he's like, oh, silent treatment. So then on the feeds, after this conversation, she's had a conversation for too long with people he doesn't want her to talk to. So the controlling nature comes out. His manipulative nature, this tearing her down, where she's like, you're making me feel like I'm dumb and I'm not like an autonomous being that can make these decisions on my own. And to him, he's like, I'm just looking out for you because you don't know. And she's like, I know what I'm doing, Riley. Okay. And then it's all of a sudden like, what's your problem with me? And then he's like starting a fight with her in that way. Like, what's your problem? What's going on with you? Don't yell at me. And she's like, I'm literally not yelling at you. And he's like, it's your tone. It's that fucking voice. And now we're getting more of the heading down the abusive language talk. So now you've opened up this thing, you know, this little love cocoon for her to be vulnerable and I got you and I'll protect you and all these things. But the minute she does something you don't like, that's when you get her. That's when you break her down. And you slowly see Catherine when he said, sit down. And she was literally sitting like, where's the picture here? She was like, well, I was sitting like this because I just thought we could talk better. Like she's kind of leaning over him, but they're sitting down, like cuddling. I think I just have a picture when Keanu came. But before she was kind of sitting like how Keanu is, like up, kind of talking in a way like on his knees where she would kind of be looking down to talk to him. And he's like, sit down. And she did. And when I watched her cower down, like, I was like, oh, fuck. What we feared is fucking happening. And this is what these guys do. Don't raise your voice at me. Don't yell at me. And she's like, I didn't yell at you. Like, what? Fine. If you don't want to be up here, then just go. You don't got to be up here with me, Catherine. And she's like, no, I literally want to be next to you. So now I see her changing her voice, her mannerisms, cowering to him. Like he slowly is just chipping away at any, self-esteem, sparkle, autonomy she has. And because in her eyes now, he has trained her and manipulated her to believe he is this super nice guy. And the house has reaffirmed it. He's such a great guy. Oh my God, he's like a Prince Charming. So if he has a problem with her, in her mind, she's like, there must be something wrong with me. Because a guy this nice, all these people are like, oh, I would love to have that. So obviously he's just doing these things to help me. He loves me and I'm being a jerk. And this is exactly why you never trust someone who starts out that fucking strong. What's the hurry? Why you love bombing me? Why are you on me so hard? Why don't you take the time? And when Catherine had her boundaries, you just punished her. Like, this is why you can never trust that shit. And we didn't have words like love bombing for this back in the day, but it's some like emotionally manipulative shit because she didn't do what he wanted. And this is a way for him to control her and knock her down a peg and be someone's hero. Because in Riley's life, he's a zero. He is not a hero. He is a zero. He allegedly has possibly 2 children out there, again, allegedly, that he's not maybe taken care of. So this is the only way that he finds some control and some power. And he knows, which is why he cries also to get his way. But he also knows in his heart of heart, even though he's not the most self-aware, that he is garbage compared to her. And so his fear is that if men like this, their fear is that if they don't get the control, you will realize that he is not at your level, that he's garbage. And he knows he's garbage. So he's going to make you believe there's something wrong with you if you just call out the fact that, like, clearly this is red flag behavior and this is garbage and don't talk to me like that. Because he knows he's a loser. He knows that when Catherine leaves this house, unless he completely traps her, whether he's cognizant fully of this or not, he gets that she's going to find out that his life is the hills have eyes with back child support. And a young, beautiful woman just starting out her life does not want to get involved in that kind of stuff willingly. They need to be trapped into it. So it wouldn't surprise me if his next plan was to knock her ass up, because he's going to need somebody to raise all these kids that he allegedly has. So unfortunately, we're watching this happen in real time. And when I see someone like Catherine, who is, she's not the most emotional at all. Like I say, she is a certain type of like Aquarius, and I'm an Aquarius too. So I get that, where sometimes people are very emotional about stuff. And I'm like, there are times when I am emotional, and that's like my Scorpio moon and things. But there are times when she's not, but she was very self-assured and, was like, I know I'm smart. And to see her cower to this fucking loser, it's heartbreaking. It just is. As a woman who's lived on this earth 45 years and has experienced men like this myself, I've had friends that experience men like this, family members who experience men like this. I know what the fuck he's doing. And unfortunately, it's working. Now, we did talk previously about like her family members might have stepped in. Some people say it's a thirsty ex-stepmom. Some people say it's a current stepmom. I don't know. I don't know if we will know until the after the season. But I think producers love these showmances. And what we know from behind the scenes of these shows, what we learned from like what they do on The Bachelor or Love Island or Big Brother, by any means necessary. They're not necessarily looking out for the best interests of both parties. And they might go, yeah, we checked on her. We said, are you okay? And she said, yeah, because in Catherine's mind, she's like, well, yeah, there's something wrong with me. So Catherine now is of the mindset that when Riley gets mad, she has to comfort him because he's so nice and he loves her so much. And why is she hurting someone? And oh, it's me. And I'm the one that's like closed off to the world. And I'm not emotional. I need to give more. So that's the path that she's headed down, it appears. And it just sucks to see this man continually just, berating her, but then saying, I'm not berating you. I didn't say you're dumb. In all the words without actually saying dumb, you said that it was dumb what she did. And she is her own person in this game. And if she wants to go talk game with people, she has every right to do that. But men like this, they can't lose that control. And he's terrified that she's going to get out of this house. The reason he would rather get out of the house before her is because if she gets out, she finds out about this man. She finds out the truth because Google don't lie like that. Okay. And they're not in the echo chamber anymore. And she's going to see the girlfriends online talking shit and being like, yep, that's him allegedly. That's how he does. And she'll find someone else or no one else, but not want to be with him. And he would rather risk his game because he's got his sights set on her. And he knows that he can ride this showman's thing till the wheels fall off, also monetarily. This is a scammer, manipulative man right here. I've seen your shit before, sir. You ain't fucking fooling me. So Riley was just on one. Not only was he berating Catherine and being like, you just sit down. You need to watch your tone. She's like, I don't have it. She's like, it's your fucking voice. I'm sorry. Isn't it crazy how quick it goes from the romance of you're perfect and you're great to now all of a sudden you're not being so perfect and now he has a problem with your fucking voice. And this is what I was talking about when I was talking with Angela. Like, I don't trust that CBS or Big Brother is going to protect, Catherine in a situation like this when they were head up by Les Moonves forever for a grip. And they gave him his package and all his stuff allegedly. And all those ladies came forward with tons of stories about Leslie Pool. And then we just found God and everything was fine. Choose kindness. Love one another. Ma'am, tell your husband that. Okay? Because you don't got to tell us. Anyways, I digress, Julie Chen. I'll get off you for a second. But I just don't think a place that kept a man like that in charge for that long, and don't think people didn't know about this shit. They always know. They just didn't care to do anything about it. And when they did do something about it, they're like, you can take your money with you. Ooh, what a big punishment. Cool. Because us regular people, if we did that, we wouldn't get to take our money with us. We wouldn't get stocks and all the shit, but okay. So yeah, he did the Catherine, you don't have to lay up here with me. Catherine says, I literally want to. And Riley says, I just don't want you to feel like you have to. I'm not talking to you like you're an idiot, Catherine. So don't ever say that again. I'm sorry, don't ever say that again. If she feels that way, she can fucking say that. Okay. I need these little MFers to come talk to the 45-year-old ladies that know your game. Okay. Come talk to me. Say that to me, Riley. Say that to me. Like Mickey said, say that to my face. I will say that to your face. Riley to Catherine. He says, when I win HOH, I'm putting Keanu, Kelly, and Ashley on the block. Things could fucking change. But they better start fucking playing this game right. So, and now he's mad about how everyone's playing the game. He's just raging out. And we've seen this happen before. And he says, none of them motherfuckers would beat me in OTEV today. None of them. I don't give a fuck. Because he's so intensely insecure. This man is so fucking insecure that he has to constantly go, I would have won it, but I wasn't picked. No, you wouldn't have won. Please stop. What did you win? One thing where you're jumping your little gangly legs from one balance beam to another? Like you're running from the popo? Please stop, sir. Please stop. So he's like, I'll beat everybody. And then he starts talking about Kelly. Now, Kelly really likes Riley. Like, she thinks Riley's great. Riley has them snowed because, again, that's their perception. In the house is all they know. They know nothing else. They have no phones, no friends, all they have is each other. So if everyone in the house thinks he's great, they're going to think he's great, or you're going to be on the outs. And this is a social game where if you have, a wildly different opinion than someone else, there's a good chance that that makes you a target in this game. So even though Kelly is messy and she isn't insecure and all these things, I don't think she deserves the things that this man is saying. First of all, watch the bitches. Watch the B words, mister, because the only bitch I'm looking at is you. Thank you very much with your bitchy mustache. He said, Kelly's a fucking snake in the grass. She's worse than Jimmy. Kelly runs around this house and runs her mouth to everyone, and I'm fucking over it. I'm not going to have her come over to you and try to get an answer out of your ass. He's talking about Catherine. So Kelly can't talk to Catherine and get an answer out of Catherine's ass. I'm not going to have her talking to my woman. Like, what in the 1800s is going on over here? What in the Handmaid's Tale do you think is happening, sir? Okay, because you would be working in the Handmaid's Tale at that stinky place, like the garbage dump. You wouldn't be one of the guys that get the handmaid and the wife and stuff. You wouldn't be like the generals or whatever the hell. Sir, you'd be working at the dump just like real life. Okay, let's know our role here. So he's just like, I'm not going to have her coming over here trying to get an answer out of your ass because it's fucking pissing me off. Ooh, not pissing you off. The guy who looks like he has no teefies when he does this. Okay. And he says, if anyone ever throws you on the fucking block, I'm going after everyone in this fucking, I would love to see it. He talks such a big game. He's always like, I'm going to confront, never confronts the men, but bucks up to a woman. This is the type of guy, never would say shit to the men. Come on. Very little. But he will buck up to a lady. All right. It's only a matter of time before he goes off on Kelly or goes off on Catherine again. And they'll cut the feeds and they'll probably try to hide it so he gets America's favorite player. But I want you guys to know this is what's really going down. Okay. So he's like, I'm going after everyone in this fucking house. You stay cool and I'll blow up. Because again, back to hero. It's a mind fuck. It's back and forth. You shut up. You don't talk to me like that. You sit down. You know your role, but I'm here to protect you, baby. I'm only looking out for your best interest because you're just a little baby fetus to me. Like obviously you're just a woman. You can't be having no opinions. Catherine's like, I don't think Kelly wants either of us out. So I don't give a fuck what she says or does. Like, why are you so worried about Kelly? And Riley says, Kelly's a fucking snake in the grass. She's worse than fucking Jimmy. He says it again. Kelly literally runs around and runs her fucking mouth and to everyone. And I'm fucking over it. Oh my God. As he sits there and whispers it. If you're so fucking over it, be a big boy, stand up with your skinny little yeggies and say it. Because my money would be on Kelly. That she could kick your ass. Okay, and I hope Kelly's dad is watching this afterwards. Maybe you want to grab Kelly away from this guy if she tries to befriend him after the fact. Fucking psycho. Keanu then comes out of the HOH room. He's talking shit on Keanu too. But you think he'll say it to his face? You think he'll buck up to him? No. Because he's a coward. And Keanu, he's like, Riley, what's wrong? And Riley's like, I'm just irritated. Because he has no emotional regulation. The guy is such a baby. And Keanu keeps inquiring, like, what's wrong? What's wrong, little guy? And it's so funny because Keanu gives him a hug. But I thought you were going to go off on Keanu. He's like, he's been in the fucking diary room for 2 fucking hours. I'm so fucking sick of it. But it was so funny. When this man hugged you, you don't say shit. You told your girlfriend to sit down. You don't like her tone. It's her fucking voice. But then this big, strong guy who throws kettleballs around comes out. You're talking shit on. You say nothing. You thought you were Tucker, but you're not.
As if it came down to mano with me and him, I would whoop his ass and get him out of here. I am not the least bit intimidated by that dude. He came into the bathroom when I was shitting one time.
I love that one, Tucker. I'm not the least bit intimidated. Riley ain't gonna do shit. He's never won a fight in his life.
This week has been shit.
All he knows how to do is disappoint women. And you'll know that your whole life unless you change. So Keanu's giving him a hug. Like, it's okay, buddy. And he's like, why don't you say nothing? Riley, why are you not talking? What's going on, Riley? Are you scared? Are you scared of big, strong Keanu? Because he could eat you for breakfast and not even be full? Is that what's going on there, Will guy? Oh, you should start flossing. You got a weak jaw, baby. You got a weak jaw. So Keanu keeps inquiring. He's like, just fucking irritated. And then you see Catherine kind of try to cover for him. And I'm like, oh, shit. She's in bad. She's in bad now. Unfortunately, that's kind of where we're at. Let me see if I have a little bit of audio of this prick. What a fucking dick. And he keeps talking shit on, I mean, this is who we're supposed to be, like, taken seriously. Like, I'm a big tough man. Look at this guy. He was talking to Keanu earlier, and he's talking more shit about Kelly. And then Keanu kind of pushed back on, like, well, we need Kelly right now. We need to play, Kelly or whatever. And then he kind of pushed back because he's a big chicken. But look at this dude. This dude forgot to put his teeth in. Bro forgot to put his teeth in. He probably swallowed them or sold them for inhalants or something. I don't know. Allegedly for fun and parody. But this guy, okay, because he knows this is the only way he can get a girl like that. It's the only way he can get any girl is to be a whole ass, creepy, controlling weirdo. And okay, so that's there. Let me see if I have a little of the audio of it. Maybe this is when Keanu shows up. Let me see. But I was like, oh, sir, you need to be roasted and read down, you little bitch.
You got a problem with me today?
So this is him going. So this is kind of how she was sitting. He's sitting like that, and she's kind of sitting up. And he goes, "You got a problem with me today? Why? What are you going to do about it? Gum her to death?" Bro, stop.
This isn't directed towards you. This is directed towards Justin.
You got a fucking problem with me.
I do not have a problem with you at all. I like you a lot, and I'm talking to you because you help chill me out because I'm stressed out.
First of all, if a guy talked to me like, you got a fucking problem, I'd be like, we're done here. I'm sorry. Those are things I don't tolerate. My husband doesn't call me with the F word, and I'm not going to come at him with the F word because we love each other and respect each other. And if we're just going to call each other names and be like, fuck you and fuck this, why are we even together if we don't respect each other? And this is during the courting stage. He's like, you got a fucking problem with me? I'm sorry. Are we courting her? Or are we doing like a gang initiation? Like, what is happening here? Sir Gums a lot.
Sit down. What are you doing right now?
He's like, you got a problem with me? She's like, no, what? No. He's like, then sit down. What are you doing right now? Again, she's the problem. She did something wrong. Meanwhile, she did nothing wrong but talk game with people in the Big Brother house and cuddle his dumb ass.
I felt like I was talking better if I cleaned up.
And then the way, I wish I could show you this, but then she's like, I just thought I was talking better sitting like that. So then she sits back down and he goes with both of his arms like this, like, told her, like, it's sad that this is the only power he'll ever have in his life. As he's like, go ahead on pump 9, okay? If he's lucky.
I really don't want to. I just feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about it. She put it on for me. Hey, what's your attitude?
I'm not having an attitude, I promise. I promise, it's just my face.
No, it's your tone and fucking voice.
I'm sorry, it's not an attitude.
I said, what's your fucking attitude? She's like, not an attitude, I promise. I'm sorry. No, it's your tone, it's your fucking voice. Oh, sir.
I do not have a problem with you at all. I like you a lot, and I'm talking to you because you help chill me out because I'm stressed out.
And sit down. What are you doing right now?
I felt like I was talking better if I cleaned up.
I don't feel bad about it. She put it on for me. Hey, what's your attitude?
I'm not having an attitude, I promise. I promise, it's just my face.
No, it's your tone and fucking voice.
I'm sorry, it's not an attitude.
Stop yelling at me.
Really? Who was the first?
Stop yelling at me. If you think that is yelling, sir, it's just like the gaslighting, the emotional manipulation. Stop yelling at me. You got a problem with me? Not your fucking tone. It's that fucking voice. What do you mean that fucking voice? The one that you said was so sweet that you were going to die for, sir? Really? Oh, I mean, just bitch made, like just the gaslight. Yes. Let me jump in the chat and see what you guys are saying. Twisted says, imagine if this is what Riley is doing during this dating stage. Imagine when he gets that. Yes, Twisted Black. That 100%. This is the courting stage of the relationship. And he's already like, what's your fucking voice? Sit down. What the fuck is wrong with you? And accusing her of doing things she's not doing. Right? Come over the loudspeaker and be like, Riley, stop that. It's a matter of time. Mark my words. This will only get worse and he will pop off and his next sights are set on Kelly. You guys, 900 watching, almost 500 likes. Can we get 900? Narcissist, and I am a self-proclaimed narc slayer. Well, actually, I think some of the lovely lean team named me that. But very abusive language. Very gross. He's nasty. Do we need to get the hose? Riley needs the hose. Oh my gosh. Oh, Dina the Explorer's in the chat. Good to see you, Dina. This is the channel. Well, I know a lot of you have since subscribed, but if you're not already subscribed to Dina, she's hilarious and she has like very opinionated takes like I do. Her own opinion, obviously, but I love her stuff because she cracks me up. And she isn't afraid to just call it like she sees it. And I love that. Like Ike Turner, yeah. He's like, bitch, sit down. And it's like, no, you sit down, bitch. You look like the bitch. If we're bitching, you're the bitchiest bitch that ever bitched. Okay, if that's what we're doing. Right when Sir Gums-a-Lot was like, fucking, like, Kelly's this bitch. I'm like, okay, Kelly's fucking weird. And she's an instigator. But you better watch them bees, sir. You better watch the bitch stuff over here. One nut, knock it off. The inhalants, allegedly, obviously, for fun, for entertainment. I'm sure he can handle it. I'm sure he's, if he can talk to women like that, then yes. Oh yeah, you watch us both daily. Yes, we love Dina. Keep subscribing. Keep her sub count going up. She deserves it. She's killing it, and she has great little sound clips she adds in. And I'm a sucker for a sound clip. And there are a lot of like housewives ones too. And, I love my housewives. Paul Porter says he's giving old boy from BB2 Justin. Oh, the knifer. Oh yeah. Textbook abusive, Dina. Textbook. And it's so sad because there will be people who go, well, then, I see it too. And they're like, well, then Catherine shouldn't lead him on. Lead him on. She's being held hostage. If she doesn't kiss him, she's going to get like, seriously, this dude is a walking Dateline episode. Okay. This is not my favorite murder, but he's definitely going to be on that podcast one day. He's forgetting that's the scary part, Sabria, is that this is him being recorded. But people will make excuses for him. And that's why Big Brother, they probably won't, but it would behoove them to fucking start showing what really is going on before he's getting America's favorite player. Because remember, they gave it to Cameron. And what did we find out about Cameron? From BB, what was it, BB 25? I just call it Suri and Mama Fee's season. Suri and Felicia's season. They give it to Cameron. Then afterwards, all these stories start coming about Cameron and how he treats ladies poorly. Obviously, allegedly. We'll just say allegedly. And we saw that. We saw how he was talking to, wasn't there a girl, Riley, on that season? So, yeah, the hostage man's Arnos, too. That's what we call it over here. Okay, yeah, 25 Suri season. But seriously, yeah, and he was. I said, and people were like, he's a nice guy, Jolene. They all were like, you hate people from the South. No, I do not. I hate psychos. They just happen to tend to cast one person from the South who happens to be a psycho. That's not my fault. Okay. Right. LawTube is going to be streaming Riley's trial one day. At this rate. This is when we need like a Suri or Mama Fee in the house. Oh my God, she would clock him so bad because, let's just play Mama Fee clocking Cam because it was the best thing I ever heard and I'm never taking it off my soundboard.
He might be fooling and take a damn Bowie Jane with him to the end. And all he's going to do is talk about how he had to battle his way back because everybody was against him.
Yeah.
He has no personality. He's such a follower. I just sit back and I watch him. and he wonders why he didn't naturally connect. His only connection is being HOH. That's what keeps people in the room with him. When he's not HOH, they don't stay in the room with him. And then as soon as he makes HOH, they get back in the room with him. I hope y'all is catching all of this. He ain't no damn player. He is not a master player. He has no personality. He has no nothing. He doesn't draw people to him. The only thing he has is the ability to win competitions. And half these guys aren't playing because they don't want to win, because they don't want to have to show their hand, because they don't want to piss anybody off. So
Oh, half of you got to go. You got to go by noon today.
We got the dog. Oh, y'all just set it up. Y'all set it straight to the
Yeah, we heard the dog.
Thank you, BMFH. Says Joleen, you just wrapped a seminar on abuser behavior that was important and should be taught in schools. Well, I mean, I wish that I would have had someone. I wish that YouTube was a thing when I was young and I could go on and hear, because, you know, people's experiences and learn half of the things that I unfortunately know now, that a lot of us know now. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But Riley is a whole problem and he's garbage. And it would be so great to see Felicia just dismantle this man. And that's why it's important too to have, you know, older women in the house, older men in the house. What he really needs is needs to be checked by a dude. Needs to be checked by a dude hard. And because men like that, they don't really respect women, period. So having a woman try to help him, it ain't gonna help. Okay, but you have a man, check him. And if you know a guy in your life like this, or a woman tells you, and you're a man, that there is a man like this, check his ass. Because men like that only will listen to and respect other men. And this dude needs to be checked. Needs to be checked hard. Okay? Because he's a whole ass problem. I feel like if the house wasn't, if it wasn't so much of an echo chamber, and it wasn't, for lack of a better term, and it wasn't, and they, you know, weren't just kind of trapped into believing this, like, he's a great guy, and production wasn't pushing the showmans, and there wasn't the you know, the surrounding game and consequences for their game and stuff, I think people would be on to this more. Because Ashley has definitely noticed, like, she's even tried to give him advice. A clip I showed weeks ago of her being like, well, maybe you want to just, like, calm it down. You know, when you talk to him, he's like, and even then he's like, what do you mean? It's like, bitch, you can't control your emotions. You literally, I'm in perimenopause and I have more control, and I got fluctuating hormones like a motherfucker, and you're in nothing and you can't control your shit. Like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. You know, snort some Midol or something. I don't know what's going on, but you're weak. You're weak, sir, and you're bringing other people down with you, and it's not cool. Okay. So there you go. There's my episode recap, as well as some spoilers and the Riley thing. Maybe I'll clip just the Riley portion and put it up, because this is something that I was talking to my little niece about today, and even my nephew. I was kind of, because they've been watching the show with me and telling them, you know, obviously not in the same way I told you guys, but in a way of, like, watch out for people who, you know, very quickly want to just, I'm your best friend. I'm your best friend that ever bested, and I don't even know you are. I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much. And that, you know, there is a lot of manipulation that goes along with that and things, but in easier terms for kids. And I think they're like, okay, Auntie Joleen, we got it. We got it. Okay. Can we go back and watch The Simpsons now? Like, can you get us a Roblox gift card for having to listen to that? And I'm like, I can. I actually really can. So yeah, snort some Midol. Everyone should snort some Midol. Okay, allegedly. You guys are wonderful, beautiful pumpkin spice babies. Don't forget to smash that like on your way out. Shout out to all my super chatters today. Artist Fleetwood, Red Like Me, Lauren Christy Buffenmeyer, John Burrows, Josh D, Buddy again, Blue Lady. I don't know if I read yours, Blue Lady. I think I missed it. I'm so sorry. Blue Lady says, I am manifesting that Kat realizes Riley is bad for her game and she wins HOH and kicks him to the curb. I feel like Kat she needs another outlet, because right now he's her only outlet. He's isolated her, and she does need some power within the game. And maybe, I don't know. We'll see, but I'll manifest the shit out of that too. Okay, kick his ass to the curb. It already looks like he's been chewing on the curb, so you might as well kick him to where he loves to be, allegedly. Pomegranate, thank you so much for the super chat. Pomegranate says, thanks for talking us through this ish, Catherine. If you ever see this, know the lean team. We got you, girl. We got you. It happens to more people than I would like to admit. But you guys are all, like I said, beautiful pumpkin spice babies. Follow me on social media if you're not already, on Instagram and the TikTok, where I make little shorts about this stuff and other comedy things. But until next time, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think, but I'll be back tomorrow because we got to see what happens with the veto. Bye.